Ooh. Hello. Annyeong, everyone. How are you? We're back. Episode 21, like we promised. Um, as the number dedicated or to this episode, we have a special guest. Like I said in the previous one, we brought this guest in because it would be a perfect pretty much episode and kind of topic since in America 21 is pretty much when people can go crazy, and we brought the craziness today for sure with our ENFJ group. So let's just present everyone. So obviously I'm one of your hosts, Brian B here. Hello. Then my co-host down here.
I got Zerona with an X.
There you go.
Sorry for my voice. It's my voice.
Yeah. Apparently I did something to her voice. I don't know how, but
Yeah. When you talk to Brian, this is what happened to get sore throat. Is either him or the weather, but I blame it more on him.
yeah, so there you have it. My awesome co-host, and then our special guest. She is back. We love to have her back. Thank you for being back. And here she is, Miss Kerim. How are you?
Hi, I'm Kerim, but today my different. Um, I am as back as Backstreet, as they said in the song. So I excited to be here again as an adult, as a legal adult.
Oh, all right, but yes. So yeah, this is gonna be an awesome episode, guys. We're gonna be doing a similar style to what we've been previously doing, just having conversations, and wherever the topic goes, that's what we'll talk about. But it should be a fun episode. We'll have a lot of fun, a lot of laughs and such. So enjoy it. So yeah, so I guess maybe we'll start off with like how have you been doing, Kidam, since the last time we talked with you? It's been a couple months since your episode. So how have you been?
I've been, hasn't it been like 2 years or a year? I think 1 year passed since the
A
last
Mm-hmm.
episode,
year.
right?
I think a year.
Oh, life treated me different ways. Sometimes it
Mm.
was fine. Sometimes it was like, bitch, don't even try. Stay humble. Stay under whatever it is. Sometimes it gave me opportunities. Sometimes it slapped me with these opportunities. So yeah, I did a lot of things. The last semester I found like part-time job, so I was I literally paid for my whole tuition and everything, and I was doing good. I was doing okay. I was in a relationship, uh, a nice one. No, I'm not, but I'm still a nice one. Um, I've been mistreated by some people. Some people were kind to me. I was trying to be kind to people. And now I'm just taking my leave of absence because academia, well, people,
Mm.
yeah, and everything. So, but it's okay right now. I'm just every day. I'm working on my channel. I am learning French now. I'm
Oh,
learning French
okay.
every day.
Oh,
I read my books. I read my Ellie Hazelwood books. Oh,
uh,
this one. Yeah, I'm and everything. Just having fun. What like hang out with my sisters pretty much because I have barely friends left here in Aston, which is okay.
Mm.
And go like we don't hoe, we go. We just go see like hockey games and shit. So
Mm. That's a new one.
yeah. Well, actually, we did hear about the like everything that was going on. I even told Rona like we should get the pitchforks and the fires ready to like murder people. Um, we were ready, but I would say
No.
no, but like obviously, a lot of things happen. Of course, a lot of things happen to all of us. So appreciate you sharing, I would say. But you know that we're always here for you. Pretty much we're your ENFJ group, obviously. So we're glad you're here. Glad we could talk. Just enjoy this fun time to have a good conversation about things. But yeah, pretty much. Where do you want to start off, Rona? Like, what do you want to? Do you have
I
anything to
want
say
to
about what
start.
she? Oh,
Yeah, I have a new thing. Now that you mentioned ENFJ MBTI thing, even my MBTI type changed.
ooh,
Yeah, that's how I know, scandalous. I know, right? The way I was flabbergasted when I first saw it, I was speechless. The woman was too stunned to speak. So now I'm not E, I'm I. So
mm,
like I knew
I
I
think
was
it
introverted,
depends.
but
I think it depends because, like, for my MBTI, I'm 50% introvert and like no, I'm 40% introvert and then 60% extrovert. So I think
I'm
for
10%
ENFJs,
zero.
excuse me, what was that? I think for ENFJ, it quite changes depending on the mood. Because I
mm,
also took the MBTI and I was like INFJ, and I took it again, I was ENFJ. So I don't know, it kind of depends on the mood. So you're still part of
mm,
the ENFJ society?
Oh, I am. Please don't reject me.
Yeah, it's
I'm
just
still there.
it's because of Brian. We just blame Brian for every single thing. So it's because of Brian that she became an I. You know,
mm.
Brian is such a Brian. You know what I mean? It's just
Can I just blame everything on him? Can I,
yeah.
Brian?
You can blame everything. That's what I do.
Yeah, that's pretty much what she does. You can do it pretty much.
Can I do it too?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's fun.
Oh, and if you guys didn't notice, my name's down there, right here. And then guess where my other name is apparently in the so yeah, there's apparently two Brian's in there. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
no, but actually with the what you said in Rona about the MBTI, mine is actually really close as well. I'm like 57% E and then the rest on I, so like at times it can switch as well. I think that is the thing that happens. I guess it really depends on like the time of place you are in. Like if you're like really things are going super good, then you're maybe more at E. And then when things are kind of like in the lower kind of end, you get more like to yourself and I, so probably is what I'm guessing. But that
Maybe.
does seem to
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah, maybe. But it's okay. It's okay. Don't reject me, please.
So Rona, how about you? How have you been? Obviously, your voice apparently has gone all over the place. Apparently, my fault. Um, how have you been since our last podcast, which was when? Sunday, was it, or Saturday? I'm not sure.
Saturday.
How have you been since then?
um. So far, good. I have homework, which because homework in the masters hit. Excuse me. Homework in the master level hits a little bit harder than homework in the undergrad. So I have like 4 or 5 assignments to do. And yeah, my plan is just give it to Brian to do it for me or help me. So that's the plan. But but yeah, it's been good. We started to like our professor was teaching us about investing. He was like, if you're more than 21 and you have not started investing, I feel so sad for you. I was like, I'm an international student. How am I going to invest in America, man? I was like, you gotta not start paying your mortgage. I was like, mortgage? I'm barely trying to pay my tuition. And I'm an international student. And he was like, and then the funny thing was that I'm in front, like not in front, but like he stares directly to me. So when he's talking, it's like he's talking. At a point in time, I found offended. I was like, and he started asking me. I was like, I can't. as an international student, you're limited to some stuff. And but America is quite free compared to other countries. So like as long as you have the money in America, you can like do whatever you not do whatever, but you can like own a house and own a company and all that, as long as you have the money and the finances. But yeah, it just made me thinking like, damn, I need to save money. But at the same time, they're paying me minimum wage, taking away taxes away from me. I don't know how federal tax is taking $65 from me when I barely even make up to $15 per hour. And you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and then taxes hit. So I have to pay federal tax. Then I have to pay what they call it, state tax. And then I have to pay
Sales
401k.
tax.
What the hell is a 401k? They're like, oh, it's your retirement money. Excuse me? Does this look like it can retire anytime soon?
Not
And
this
then
face, but the face next to you. I'm just kidding.
Oh man.
yeah, if they were talking to someone like Brian, I'd be like, yeah, of course.
Sorry,
You know what I
but
mean?
retirement is part of that retirement plan or whatever they're gonna do is not even for me. That thing is
Is
gonna
it?
be gone by then. So
Is it
You know what I'm saying? And the
80% in
funny thing that he
America?
was like, yeah, they save for like 401k in America. Like as you work, they take it. And the funny thing is that 401k they're saving, they're taking from you is used to reimburse people older than you.
yeah.
And then the other generation will reimburse us. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like I'm like, I don't know. At that time I was just looking at myself. I was like, I'm broke, but I want to invest. I don't At a point in time in the class, I just got a headache. I was just like, nah, I'm not gonna. It's a good class. It's a finance class. I mean, he's trying to, because most people in the MBA is either they're married, they're mostly my age. But here in America, also one thing here that will surprise people is here in America, people get married early. Like, yeah, like I'm a 20. She's my age. She's 22, and she has 2 kids already. I'm like, damn, girl.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Is it
Most
her
of
or she
my
just picked them up like from the streets? Or just asking.
that what?
Are they her? She just like took friends. Like, they're mine.
No, she's
Like
married.
she was.
Yeah, she's married. Like here in America, like especially in my school, I don't know whether because it's a Christian school. Yeah, a lot of people get married at the age of like 18, 19. Like I have so many undergrads because I was helping do like one undergrad, whatever, in my work. And like, oh yeah, we and that's my fiance. Like, fiance, you were born what, 2004? You got a fiance already? You're 19. Honey, your grades are bad. Fix your grades first. But yeah, it's a thing over there. And they only met in like 6 months. So
Fiance. 6 months.
not a Beyonce, honey, a fiance. You
I
know what I
said
mean?
fiance. Oh, bro, go.
Not, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to say, not even a Beyonce, it was a fiance.
Yeah, I would never say Beyonce.
I know what that's what I'm trying to you get what I mean? It's not even a Beyonce, it's a fiance. No offense to Beyonce, but you know what I mean? Like that's like because in my mind I was like this guy just literally turned 19. And when I heard him, I asked him, Beyonce? He said no. Because mama, I thought he got a Beyonce, like he got a girl, like, just what I mean, like a pretty girl that, that's his girlfriend or something. And then he was like, Beyonce. I was like, well, it might as well have gone to your Jay-Z. Now she's probably Beyonce too. Now, like, yeah, I'll be getting, and she's pregnant. I'm like, and she's just 18. She's not on 5. I'm like, damn, girl.
They don't sell condoms there?
Well, in my part, I think because I'm in Virginia, I think it depends on the state you are in. Does it depend on the state? Or it's just a common thing in America?
That's a common thing in America.
Is it? Maybe that's a common thing here.
Yeah, because like
no pills, no condoms, no nothing.
no,
no.
that's no. The like getting married and pregnant.
Getting married at the early age, yeah.
Early, I thought
They have those other
like,
things, but people like that was a thing when I was in high school finishing. Like I was surprised the moment I finished high school, people were already getting like married. They already had like kids and such, and I was like, "Geez, like what is going on?"
how many
Like,
of them are
that's a real
divorced now?
thing. Like that's a thing here. What?
How many of them are divorced now?
I don't know. In America, probably a lot, to be honest. That's the thing
Oh,
about also like marrying young. You're like, it's an interesting thing just because like maybe you can be that couple that can like last long, but when you're young, you still don't know a lot of things, and especially like if you're gonna have like a family, that's like a lot of pressure on like people that are still kind of growing into who they are, who they want to be. So it's actually, I think the stats are kind of crazy. I think from what I saw is like people that marry young and such like that get divorced like in the high 60, 70% range. So in America at least. So it's like really, really high. Um, but I don't know. I don't know what that stigma is or why they have to get married young.
maybe they
Not really
have
sure.
like financial privileges if you were
I mean, yeah, your
married.
True,
taxes that's reduced if you're.
true, yeah, I got you. Yeah, I don't know.
Really?
It could be a lot of things to me. Um,
Oh,
but yeah. The- hmm.
yeah.
That's actually a good question. I never went to check how they are doing. I should probably do that.
Because in my country, it's, I would not say it's okay, mostly because I have an opinion on early marriages. But anyways, it's very common that you can meet some people being like getting married when they're 18, 19, 20, 21, probably that age. Like, I'm sorry, half of my friends that got married after school, like so far, they are divorced now, and which is a bit like, I I mean, maybe it's the same as US, but I still do think like how, like, you're still attending classes and you get married and get a baby. Like, I can imagine how hard it is mentally, financially, and just like the whole, I mean, damn, that must be hard. Because I'm
Mhm.
sorry, I have like my diploma, one diploma. I'm taking, even like right now, I'm not even married or anything. I am taking a break and I'm undergraduate. Like, I'm sorry, like, wow. If I had, imagine if you had a husband and a baby coming, goodbye. It's like, not available ever, whatever. Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's a crazy thing for sure. But I've always been maybe that's also like beginning to the first point is maybe that's also why there's so many divorces. Like you said, there's so much stress in terms of being a wife, also being a mother, and then going to school, and then dealing with all that, and then dealing with life. Because let's say you do get married, then you're responsible for your own life now, So there's so much, like we said, new things coming up on that. So it's a lot of stress, and then that probably causes a lot of
Yeah.
arguments and things like that. So it probably leads to a bunch of that. And then the second point was about the what? I kind of forgot.
Cool. I mean, how old are you?
What was I gonna say? I can't remember it.
Like,
Um,
it's okay, Grandpa. Take your time. It's fine. There's no pressure.
Sorry, it hurts to laugh.
well, you better
Wow,
not laugh a
humbly,
lot this episode. So,
There's no way I'm not gonna laugh if it's you.
humbling, very humbling.
Brandon, yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Yeah.
But okay, got it. Now I remember. I've always been an advocate of like, when you need it, take a break. Like,
Mm.
I always tell people that, like, um, there are points where, things become too much, and then that's when, to me, it's important for you to just take a break and realize that, like, all those things in the moment aren't as important as like how you're feeling and your kind of mental stability in terms of how you want to deal with things. Um, I've always been someone that agrees with that just because like I needed that at a point when I was in university. Um, I was working and then doing university at the same time, and that became just too much for me.
Too
And it
much.
came to a point where like I didn't want to do anything, and that was like shocking to me because I was like always one to like want to do a lot of things or be creative in a lot of things. So like having even the thought of like, oh, I don't want to even work, I don't want to go to school was kind of like
Mm-hmm.
really weird. Um, so that's when I was like, yeah, I need a break, and then took like a couple years, like 2 years off, just to like focus on me a little bit and get back to like mm, my values of kind of like the purpose of what I'm going after and like, wanting to achieve and such.
Mm.
But I think that also helped like me like I was able to travel that time and like spend time with my family and do a lot of things, and that helped me and it healed me in a lot of different ways. So I've always been one to like um tell people like it's okay to take a break.
Take a
You all
break.
need a break. Um,
Yeah.
it's not you don't there's this kind of like nowadays there's this weird pressure of like people wanting to rush things like they need it
Mm.
now, they need to do it, if not like people say like, oh, it doesn't matter anymore in the future, or um you know um further complication stuff can like come along. But at the end of the day, if you're not happy with how things are and you're not enjoying it, then I think that's a problem just because they'll start to like build up in you a lot. And the further that gets going, it can like we said in the marketing class in Korea, it'll just snowball down, and it'll cause an avalanche and, do a lot of damage. So
Yeah.
so take your breaks, guys. So if you're in school, it's just been a lot for you. It's okay to take a break here and there, to, energize again, and just feel happy. Just know that this life isn't a race. Like it's just take your time, enjoy it, be happy with what you're doing, and then if you have that, good things will come, good opportunities will come. So yeah, just take a break every now and then. So make sure to do
Right.
this. Yeah.
Mm.
Definitely. Yeah. I think also taking a break because like I'm sorry. Um what is it? Like for me, I only took like a 6 month break because I had a D10 visa to master's level. But now I'm like, I wish I took more because most of the people who also are in my class, we're all young. Most people in the MBA are like older and stuff like that, but most people in my class are like younger, like we're the same age, like 22, we have 21, 22. So we have 22, 23, 24, 25s that are young. And most of them will tell me like after the undergrad, they took like at least a 6 month break to finalize, or a 1 year break where they could just work
Yeah.
and get everything with life. And for me, at that time, I was still trying to barely survive in Korea after my bank issue and stuff like that. But it did make you learn something because taking a break from school, not only does it just like, first of all, it helps you to understand the world in a way, helps you meet more people, learn how to practice your social skills, learn how to practice your, because when you're in your master's level, like in my class, we have a lot of events. So some people don't even know how to work up to people and ask a professor something, or you know what I mean? You got to start working on that. So for me, I had to start working on that. Um, made me even made dude, it made me be broke and happy because that's one good talent anyone can ever have. Like to be honest, like how to say, you don't really have enough money in a way, but still you're able to like manage yourself and you're still satisfied. That is one of the best feeling ever. I'm not saying that you have to be broke. You know what I mean? Don't be.
Mm.
It's not that way. But at that's what being an adult is like. Oh, I don't have enough money, but I where can I start putting my resource in that money? And doing that, that's why I'm like maybe that bank account problem was kind of like a blessing in disguise, because I could know, like, in Korea with $300, I knew how to pay my rent and go do grocery shoppings and pay my bills with just 300, like some shinmana.
Hmm.
And people are like, wait, what? I was like, even I don't know. You know, I don't. When they ask me, I'll say it's Jesus. Okay, if Jesus can feed 5,000 people with 2 loaves of bread and two fish, is it 2 or 5 loaves of bread? Okay, I need to check my Bible for that. But he fed 5,000 people with 2 fishes. Oh Lord, oh God, no. So, but like, to be honest, and then when I came here in America, like when I came here in America, that's when I started to know that taxes are, because in Korea tax is only 3.3% of your salary. But here, I don't even know what I'm paying for. What is Medicaid? Oh, for your medical insurance. Excuse-moi. I already paid that already. You know what I mean? So it's like, how do I balance this? But like now I can, with my little salary and with the help of credit card, I can, like, I know how to, like, allocate my stuff. So my parents are like, because things are hard, even back in Nigeria. So my parents are like, oh, I'm sorry, we're not giving you money. I'm like, dude, calm down, man. I got this. I know how to settle this. And like, some people don't know how to do it. Even like my professor was like, he didn't know how to manage money until he was like 35 when he had his first kid.
It happened.
Man.
Yeah. So sometimes taking a break from school makes you allocate,
Hmm.
the right stuff. So yeah, just want to make that clear. But
Whoa, that was
What
a way to
speech?
ask that.
That was a speech.
that was what?
That was speech. A speech. You cannot really hear me clearly, right?
No, you're good.
I'm good. Okay.
As long as it's not Brian talking, it's okay.
Wow. Damn. Okay. So the next question is, how's your university? Where are you? Like, I don't even know what university you are in.
I haven't told anyone what university I am in. Probably tell you over message, but I'm in a Christian university in Virginia. Most people will probably know where it is at. Yeah, you probably know, but it's a Christian university. It's so fun. Um, there are a lot of
Um.
people who are not Christians, but they come. We have convo, where we have like this place where everyone gathers together. It's like a concert hall. Everyone gathers together and we just pray. They invite special guests. Um, we have like singers, people like who are authors. We had the president of different countries come too.
Mhm.
Yeah, we had a Russian ex-minister also there, and that was like last semester. I'm not sure, but yeah, we had this like ex, government from Russia coming to talk about, because I don't know, the way he was trying to talk about like not judging people, because if you notice in American movie, they always put Russians as like bad gangsters and stuff like that. But
Mm.
he was trying to let people understand that that's not how Russia is like. You know what I mean? Russia is not just, about get, but they do have sexy and handsome boys over there. That's one thing. But what I'm trying to say, but like the way he talked about it and his journey, and um his mom is actually from either Kazakhstan or Uzbekistan. I'm not sure, but his mom is from there and his dad is from Moscow, and how they, reunited. And we're just talking about his life, and he's also a famous author back in he's a Christian, on how he gave his faith. But yeah, they invite different people around the world to come present and talk about, how, God, helped them and stuff like that. And it's an incredible university. It might be a little bit overwhelming because everything is always with Christian faith. Like even my papers, I have to put a Bible integration. Like let's say like I'm writing a paper about stock exchange, right? The stock exchange or the stock market. I have to bring a Bible verse that's related to the stock market. Yeah, you're looking at me like crazy, but yeah, that's how it is. Like in every paper I have to write, I have to put a Bible integration. So it's like, for some people, it's like, what the hell? Like, what are you gonna put? So anything you do here, you have to put that Bible integration. So it doesn't even, like, my mom was doing public health and she was talking about chicken pox. She has to bring a Bible verse that can integrate with chicken pox. So some people, like I had this student who transferred, he was like, this is the worst school I've ever been in. Like, what the hell is that? But at the same time, it's like, it's course. It's a Christian school in Virginia. What do you expect? You know what I mean? Like, but so far I'm liking it. So yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
That's it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I I would give you $5 just to see the syllabus. Please. Like
She's
and you
looking it
put
up.
like when I'm sorry, and when you have a reference list, you put like Bible?
Yeah, like in your instructions, they'll tell you to put a Bible integration into whatever you write. Yeah.
Well,
But basically it's quite good because it's like, as a Christian, like for example, I'm a business major. So how does me and they teach you about ethical business and ethical law. So I had a class last semester about law, and the American law is, every state has a different law. I'm like, what the hell? But I was learning about law, and even like how to represent, if you know your client is guilty, right, of like corruption, right? But in America, there's this lawyer and customer confidentiality. Like you can't say anything that your lawyer, like your, for example, let's say Brian is a, yeah, I'm gonna use Brian. Let's say Brian stole $15 million from an office. Yeah. As an example. And he comes to me as his lawyer and he's like talking to me like, yeah, I stole this money. Yeah, you got to share the money too, Brian. And
oh my God.
and he took like $15,000 from the money. And he comes to me and he took that $15,000. But because it's a client and lawyer confidentiality form, I cannot tell any other person, even my husband, even my, like, everything. I cannot tell anybody about Brian's case, even if I know he's guilty. And I have to represent him as if he's innocent. You know what I mean? So in that situation, and you're a Christian, right? You're a Christian in that situation. You know what he did was wrong. How are you going to go by it? So it's like, it just gives you like, it's like, oh my Lord, like the way the professors, it's like psychologically Christianish. So I would present Brian, right? I'll try my best, but I'm also trying my best to also understand, tell Brian that, also make Brian understand that what he's doing is wrong at the same time. So it's like, in real life applications, you know what I mean? Like, how do you still keep your Christian faith, right? When you're faced with work, So for me, I kind of like it because it's like, how can I, because my faith is important. So how can I keep my faith when I'm in the real world? So for me personally, I like it. Um, so I don't know about like other people. Some people are like, it's stressful for them, but again, I went to a Christian school in Virginia. What do you expect? And yeah. But so far it's not as bad as that. Maybe I'm making it sound bad, but it's not that bad. I don't know. I'll just stop talking because you guys look confused.
No, no, I do understand the implication behind this and the meaning. I'm just so much information that I did
Yeah.
not expect just came up here, you know?
So yeah. So you know what I'm going through.
Yeah. And what about the professors? You have any cute ones?
Coupon? What?
Cute ones. I mean the cute ones.
The cute boys? Did she
Professor?
say
No,
cute?
I mean cute, good Professors? No?
All of them are
No.
all of them are grandparents. There's one that isn't a great grandparent. There's no young one. And even the young ones, they're either married or engaged. There's one cute professor. He's not my professor, but he's a professor there. He's in his PhD. I was like, damn, that's why in the gym. I was like, I might being a student. And yeah, he has a fiance.
How old is he?
Everyone is even if there's a cute boy in my class too. We were vibing, I was like, okay, I'm vibing with this boy. Like, yeah,
Uh-huh.
my fiance is calling me. Fiance, honey, you 23. You got a fiance already? They're like, yeah, we've been engaged for 2 years. So I'm trying to make more money. So he's trying to make money, so they can, you know what I mean? That's why he's doing his master's. So if you have your master's in America, it's more likely you get like a higher paying job if you have your master's in America.
You get paid
So
more.
it's like, yeah, they pay more. So I was like,
So everyone around you is like either married or they're engaged or they're just not cute enough.
now
Yeah.
my standards has changed. I don't even care about cute anymore.
Girl, no!
Why do you sound
The
so
bar is
sad when you say
low.
that?
Not the why? The bar is so low already. Like
You know what?
you can pick it
You
up
know
and
what?
maybe just hit someone with it. Oh,
The earthquake already took the bar already. I'm just looking for a pulse now. And
girl,
still I can't find.
girl.
So I've
Have you
made
been?
my impact. I'll be the next Mother Teresa. I'll just adopt a lot of kids. Yeah, because kids are investment. Because one of them will probably be like a footballer, another one will be like a basketballer. So I took 10% of them.
Wow. I think it's easier to find a fiance.
You want me to?
Was that to me?
Because why you made a noise when I said that kids are investments? Duh.
I mean, yeah, but just the way you said it after, like, yeah, the chance of him being a footballer or something,
Oh
pretty
yeah,
good.
yeah. If I'm adopting 10 kids, one person got to be into sports, and another person got to be into music, and another person got to be an engineer, and another one's gonna be a doctor because I'm not paying no medical bills no more. Period.
Okay, Angelina Jolie, I got you.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Okay.
And here I am recently just wondering, do I even need kids? Like,
No,
do
I
I
need
need?
kids. I need kids. I want kids, not just for the investment, but I don't
Oh
know. I
no,
feel like when I get married, just me and him, just boring. You know, I need
you
someone.
boring never, girl,
But like,
never.
me and him, just him, me and him, I'll feel so tired. It's like, bruh, like, what are we doing? You know what I mean? Like,
What are we doing?
but when I have kids, you can train those kids. Like, who doesn't want like another Zorona? You know what I mean? Like, I'm preparing the world. You know what I mean? Because I feel like I have to give the world another me. So to bless the world, you know what I mean? So it's like I'm investing in the world because I'm having another person like me. Oh, did you say that? Just
Yeah, I saw that.
okay. I'm sorry.
And you can make Brian like the Godfather.
Oh, definitely. Brian is gonna be the godfather. Definitely, he's gonna be the uncle. They're going to his
So
house
so you
every
will
single
be
day. I'm
stick
traveling.
Every
to
single
him.
day? Damn.
Yeah, yeah. So you have your kids and my kids to take care of.
Oh, damn.
Sheesh.
Yeah, and then you take them to Colombia because I want all my kids to know Spanish.
Oh man.
So you be like the uncle that's always like, Carita, Carita.
I probably wouldn't be that kind of uncle.
Yeah. You'd be like, oh, those chilled, like everyone has a favorite uncle. Yeah,
You
that'll be
do?
Brian. Brian be
I think I would be the cool uncle.
the Spaniard, the the favorite uncle that always speaks to me in Spanish. You know, there's always that uncle that always speaks to someone in different in one language because they want them to learn that language. Yeah, that'll be Brian. I can imagine it already.
That's me.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
I'm just joking.
No, it's
Uh,
okay. I see
yeah,
the
but
vision. I see the vision.
you see the vision,
I see the vision.
and that's definitely the mission too. Oh,
Oh, wow. I can wait. I can't wait.
okay.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry guys, it's a very weird. This is what happens when you bring four of us together.
4?
It's just,
4?
yeah,
Who's the 4?
my sidekick.
Sorry.
Is
Finance
that you can't
school
see him,
101.
but he's there.
Does she have an imaginary friend?
It's okay, dude. I was like that.
Maybe it's imaginary fiance. You don't have one?
No, mine. I left mine in Korea. We broke up.
What about you,
Yeah.
Brian? Where's your imaginary friend or fiance?
You need to make.
He.
Yeah,
Oh,
me-
okay.
I had a friend, a best
Dang.
friend, a brother.
A brother. You still have a sister though.
yeah, I should have a sister though.
How's
I
your
do have a
sister?
little sister, yeah. Little one. Oh, that's actually a pretty cool topic.
What?
Is it sibling?
We all have siblings, so maybe we
Uh-huh.
should talk about that.
Oh, we can.
How is it like dealing with siblings? Because my sibling is a younger sister. I guess I'll start. Younger sister, 2 years younger. I already talked a bit about what she's doing. She's getting her master's, working, speech, um, what is it exactly? It's like speech
Speech
therapy.
therapist.
She's working with like little
Yeah.
kids in order to improve, kids having difficulty speaking. Um, so she's been doing that. She loves it. But it's interesting having a little sister. Just because like I think there's like a super close bond, right? Um, but it's also interesting because like throughout the years, there's so many fights, right? Like there's so many like funny moments and also like very like oh, but we're screaming at each other or whatever. But then at the end of the day, it's always like love and like care. And then like just seeing her grow up, doing some awesome things has been like really inspiring in a lot of ways.
Mm.
She's also very how should I put it? When people like see her, they um she has like this very mature kind of like feel to her in terms of like she's a very quiet person, very like timid when it comes to like new people and such. Um, and I think that gives off like a weird vibe to people just because like they think she's like doesn't like being around people, like actually talking, enjoys like being around. They think she's like very strict and such. At times she can be with like the things that she cares about a lot. She's very
Mm.
um passionate about her things, but she's
Okay.
also very like caring and thankful for a lot of things. And also, I think when you're on her good side, she's always gonna be like there for you no matter what. She's like that kind of person. But it's just
Mm.
kind of interesting, throughout the years, just seeing how people kind of see her and then kind of think one way, but me being her brother, like it's completely the opposite. And then we're similar in a lot of ways. As far as like values, family, and just wanting to be there for people, continuing to, work hard to be better people, uh,
Mm.
do good things as far as like achieving things in life in order to get back to our parents, to our family members. Um, yeah, she's definitely like someone I'm thankful for, obviously. Someone I aspire to be like in a lot of different ways. So I appreciate her that a lot. But obviously, like any sibling, you have like bickering and funny moments, and like she's a type like that would get angry if she hasn't like eaten anything, and I'm like the one that like if I haven't slept anything, I'll be like in a bad mood and we'll talk. So it's like funny dynamics there every when we were younger, like dealing with that. Um, I don't know. It's kind of interesting, like when you're the brother in that situation with a sibling, like but I can't say like that I wouldn't want to have it like any other sister that I have now. So um I guess it's a interesting thing, being a bigger brother, because like obviously being like the bigger brother, you kind of have to mm, there's this thing of like having to be the more um like they look up to you in kind of a little way. So it's kind of interesting having to like deal with that and trying to lead by example in a good way to hopefully help them and be there. So just dealing with that and continuing I'll probably continue to do that for, forever, for as much as I live, I think, because uh family is very dear to me. So um but yeah, I guess that's the dynamic me and her have. Her name is Michelle,
Mm.
by the way, for all of you guys. But yeah, so Michelle is interesting, and if you get to know her, I'm pretty like really get to know her. You guys will all love and care for her just as much as we all do, I guess here. So yeah, I know Zerona, big brother and a little. You have brothers, right?
I have two brothers, a big and a small, making me the second mother of the house.
Oh, very much, yeah.
Oh yeah. Now I live with my baby brother, so it's like I'm cooking for him, helping him pay his bills because he plays sports, so
Oh,
and he's in his freshman level, so I don't want to jeopardize his um um sport life. And yeah, I feel like I'm a second mom. Gotta cook. So like if you see the pot I have a big pot. Like those Mexican pots that they use for like grandmas. Yeah, I bought it. Funny, I bought it from a Mexican store. She was like, "Oh, what is grandma in
abuela.
Spanish?
Abuela?
Abuela." Yeah, she was like, "My abuela uses this." I was like, "Yeah, give it to me." I got
Yeah.
two big sizes.
How is
That's
I'm actually interested. How is being the middle sibling?
But I'm the only girl. You
True.
know what I mean?
So like
So I'm
that's a
in the
different.
middle, but I'm the only girl.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I get my attention. Like, there's no way. That's why. Being when people are like, "Oh, you're the middle," yeah, I'm the middle child, yes, but at the same time, like, I'm the only girl, so it's like I more mature faster. And since I'm the only, because the first daughters I heard are always the ones that are more independent and most likely to like, even if without the family, she's most likely to live without her family, which was me. Because in Korea, I lived like by myself. Like sometimes my parents would be like, "You have not even called." Like I call, but they're like, "You have not even called to ask for money." I'm like, "Oh, honey, like I'm gonna call you soon for money. It's just right now I'm not calling you right now." But the first girl, I think first daughters always have that kind of responsibility. I have to take care. Like if my mom is not away, like now, my brother sometimes brings his football friends, and these footballers. Have you seen American footballers, Kerim?
it's like a soccer. It's a football, like American football.
Like the Robbie, like how they
Oh,
throw
like
like.
a big eyes, like Travis
American
Kelce.
football, not
Like,
Imagine cooking
football.
for, imagine cooking for three people like that.
you don't cook, girl. That's literally like that's the whole
That's a
labor.
feast. That's not a dinner. That's a
That's a
feast.
labor.
They ate three. One guy came to my house. He's like, "Can I?" I was like, "Yeah." I gave this guy 2 chicken and a turkey leg, a big turkey leg. And he still came to me and said, "Can I have more?" Honey, I'm not eating yet. Like, do you want me to show you my pots? It's big.
Yeah.
You
want me
might
to
as well
show
bring it.
I'm gonna bring it. Funny enough, it's not as big as my mom's, but let me show you how it is. Wait.
A pot.
There she goes.
I mean,
Hmm.
big guys need big food, like a lot of food, but
Oh well, I mean,
but
football
three of them,
American football
girl.
players here, yeah, they eat a lot.
So this is the small one,
Okay.
Can you show
and
it
then
like to
this is
your
the big
face?
one.
Okay. Like
Yeah.
put it like forward. Yeah, there you go. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. But my mom's one is 10 times bigger, but
10.
oh yeah. My mom used to cook because when my brother was in high school, my mom used to cook for the football team.
Oh,
So I'm only cooking for like 3 of them. My mom used to cook for like 25 of them.
Oh, goodbye.
Back in Korea, I used to buy those Daiso pots, those Daiso pots, and those were something I would use. Now I'm like, I've
He don't cook
graduated to.
himself.
Hmm?
He doesn't cook himself?
He doesn't even have time. He leaves home by 6, comes back home by like 7 p.m. because they have practice in the morning, and then he has school, and then he has meetings because they're getting ready for, I think, fall season is the what do you call it, the season for footballers in America.
regular season.
So yeah, so now they're like training, and because now they haven't, because the people who graduate, so there's people who have graduated, so they're trying to he's replacing people who has graduated or people who went pro, so then they get a new team, so he's part of the new team, so like they have to go through a more harder process compared to people who have already been on the team. So since he's like new, he has to go more and whatever and whatever and whatever, which I understand. Which in my mind, I'm like, because once he's a footballer, I can finally send him his bills and he'll pay it with more interest. But look at it that way. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, I'm the mom of the house. My older brother's not with me, but sometimes if there's situation between him and my family, guess who they call? What?
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm kind of the person. I'm the super glue of the family. I'm the mom of the family. I have to listen to other people's, even when my parents are arguing, who did they call?
What do
Me.
we call? Ghostbusters. Do-do-do-do-do.
But yeah, it's pretty, being the first
Girl.
daughter,
Hmm.
it requires a lot of stuff. It requires you learning how to grow up early. Like you have to be more mature early, then you have to care about your little ones. Um, Sometimes like I'll get angry, like, oh, you don't wash this, you don't clean this, because I'm a girl, right? So it's like, oh, you gotta wash the dishes and stuff like that. But at the same time, I'm like, I can't get mad at him because he is also just coming back from workout and his muscles are sore. I think last time I had to like even help him put like ice on it because he couldn't move his legs for a while because they're always training. Like training is like intense training, like kind of stuff. So it's like in my mind, it's like I'm already preparing to be a mother and a wife because I'm already cooking for big men, and I'm already learning. I'm already living with one. I'm already living with my brother, so it's like I can't. There's some things I don't get because for me, I'm a toilet freak. Like I wash my toilet every single day. That's how I'm an OCD
That's what you
toilet
call it?
person.
A
Oh my,
toilet freak?
I'm a toilet OCD freak. Like it doesn't matter anywhere is dirty, but if the toilet is dirty,
I agree though.
no, it's not for me. It's not for the bathtub, but the toilet is important. Like I have, if in back in Korea, I had like 5 different chemicals just to clean my toilet. And I had a special glove just for it. And then my roommates look at me like, what the fuck is wrong with this girl in toilets? But like for me, I'm very, very like every night before I sleep, I'll put like the I like the ones that smell nice. There's one that has like this lavender scent. I'll put it around it to desanitize it, sleep, wake up in the morning, and then clean it before I take a shower. So I want the germs to suffer for a whole night. And then like I'm very toilet freaky. But now I have a brother now. It's like they don't know how to lift down the toilet seat. I don't know why toilet seat and boys have a problem. I do not know why you have to make. So now I just at the point in time I told him to sign a contract like if you don't put his toilet seat because I got to a point I was like, why don't you put the like just this when you're done just or sometimes they'll pee and they don't clean the toilet seat.
That's a big no.
Ew. That's jail. That's like, no, guilty.
My brother doesn't do
Guilty.
it with my mom. So, but one of his friends came. In my mind, I was just like, oh Lord,
Someone else. Decency and common sense.
I was this close
What's
to
the
like.
point of running with this rugby ball if you cannot even just like wipe up your pee? There.
So now that's why like my mom was like,
Send the
well, that
bill.
is. She was telling me like that's literally half of when you get married. That's the kind of like situation you find. Not
Very
all
a
boys are
decent
like
guy,
that.
girl. Have some. The bar is that low? Don't.
I'm already a mother now. I already know how to cook for whole, and I buy things in bulk now.
Oh, motherly thing to do.
Exactly, me and Sam's Club, because we don't have a Costco here. But me and Sam's Club are best friends. Literally, I switched up to the premium membership.
What is it again? What's the name of the store?
Sam's Club. It's like a Costco, but I think they also partner with Walmart.
A little bit, yeah.
So, girl, you changed from Honda clubbing, Itaewon clubbing to that club? Cool.
To that club.
Yeah. I don't even go out anymore because I don't have a car and there's nothing here to do.
Oh yeah.
There's literally nothing here. And guess what? The clubs in America close by 2 a.m.
In Virginia.
I think it's an American thing.
No, some clubs here are open way longer.
Okay. Yeah, but the clubs
I mean,
close by
can you
2
imagine Las Vegas till 2 a.m.? I'm sorry, that's jail. No.
I've never even gone out. There's only 3 times I've gone out. And the only time I go, and part of those 3 times were to the grocery store.
Wow.
To the fresh market.
Okay, Dora the Adventure Explorer, I see.
That's why I can't wait to finish and go to like a bigger like Virginia Beach or something, like a bigger Virginia, you know what I mean? Because I'm in the countryside. Virginia Beach is quite good though. I mean, it's not like a Florida and stuff like that, you know what I mean? But it's like a Virginia Beach is like the main cities are like Florida, DC, New York, Jersey, Atlanta. I'm scared of Atlanta. I'm never going there. Those are like the big cities, you know what I mean? But I mean the smallest, not Virginia is big, but like it's not part of the crazy states like Florida. So yeah, Virginia Beach is great. They love Korean food over there too. Guess how much ramen is, guys? Shin ramen.
Well, you already told me.
$5? $2? It should be 2, 3. How much is it? Excuse-moi. Ça va pas? Poco Loco? What the fuck?
You know Shin ramen, like the Shin ramen we eat in Korea? Then guess what? Jin ramen, which is always cheaper in Korea, it's now more expensive. Then the butak ramen,
Mm-hmm.
I saw for 2 packs, they were doing a promo, 2 packs for $30.
Cheaper.
I didn't know whether to sue them
What do
or
students eat in
huh?
university? Like,
So they
what
have
do
the
they
American ramen. It's
do?
just it's not oh no, don't get me. I don't wanna it's the American ramen,
Instant
it's
noodles?
not ramening, you know what I mean? It's not ramening. It doesn't hit like
Ramen.
Korean ramen.
But what does it taste like, Brian?
And yeah, ask
Oh,
Brian. Brian is more.
there is good ramen here where I live. I don't know about Virginia. That's all I'm gonna
Which
say.
Um,
ramen? Is it the same ramen we eat?
What do you mean same ramen you eat?
Isn't that the college student ramen?
No.
that's the name?
I don't know, that's what.
No, there's many good places here that have great ramen.
I think
Oh,
maybe
I
where I
mean like
am, as I
instant
said.
noodles, like the cheap
Oh, I
ones.
mean
Like,
there's instant noodles, yeah. Would it be
Yeah,
the
but
same? Probably, I guess.
is it the Maruchan one?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You like the Maruchan one?
I mean it's just like instant food. It's not like that's pretty much like how college students survive here.
Yeah, but like in Korea, what I'm saying, like in Korea, the
Oh no, it's
ramen
definitely
is
not the
different.
same. It's nowhere near the same level. Like you
Yeah.
can't compare the two.
Because back in Korea, you have like the spicy jin ramen, you have the spicy shin ramen, you know what I mean? There's different flavors to the ramen.
Yeah, cheese. You can add a bunch of
Cheese, you know
different
what I
stuff.
mean? And it's like spicy, you get the hit.
mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
I
no, you
can't
don't
eat
get
the
that.
ramen. They gave me the cup ramen. I had like a bunch of ramen, like a friend, because we have so my school has pantry. I know most schools maybe they have pantry. So pantry is like where you keep your food, like a storage for where you keep your foods. So our school lets commuter students go and take as much food as they want from there and go home. And then this guy, it was like at the end of semester, he was like, "Oh, take as much ramen as you want." So me thinking that ramen is gonna be like Korean ramen because my standard of ramen is already high.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not
not
gonna
the
say
same.
anything
Don't
bad,
don't
but
expect it to be the same when you guys get
it's
here.
not the same.
No,
It's not. It's not. It's
So the students in American college, they just eat that um, disgrace of the ramen and bananas or what?
But I also think it depends on the state you are. You know what I mean? It's
Mhm.
like yeah, it depends because people in Florida, they know that in Florida they have like a big Korean market in Florida. They have a big Asian market and like
I
Japanese. So
mean,
it's Korea is like I said, it's like you living in Seoul. Like Seoul
Mhm.
is
mhm,
more diverse, and then you're living in like another countryside in Korea. You're not gonna see as much international food compared. So like I'm in the countryside, so I'm not seeing a lot of stuff because like even like because the ramen I'm buying for $10, my mom in Virginia Beach saw it for 5 because there's a huge Korean community there. We're in the same state. We're just 4 hours away from
mm,
each other. But because there's a huge Korean community over there, so if I they buy, they're no cheaper. But for me, I'm gonna buy more expensive because there's a lot of Koreans in this school, but like they're like college students called Koreans, not like big Korean community kind of stuff. So that's what I wanted to say. But no, I'm done here. I'm done.
you just become girl. It's
That's
just
what
your
I'm
billing
saying. But
game.
I'm already done because how am I buying ramen for $10? It's
Yeah,
ramen.
there's a lot of markets here, and they're opening a big, super like Korean market soon here as well. They're doing like a fish market, some other stuff. There's a Lotte market, mart here too. Like, uh,
Really?
yeah,
Really?
They sell
Yeah,
like a bunch of
We
like
just had
kimchi foods, all the soju you wanted there, makgeolli, everything.
dude. So how much is soju there? Soju is
I don't know.
really
I
expensive.
didn't go up to see how much, but uh,
Soju in New York when I went was $14 for a bottle.
14.
Yeah, that's like 16,000 won. Let's say like Imanon, almost Imanon,
more. There's more than that.
or
No.
maybe more than Imanon. Yeah, for
Yeah,
one soju,
6.
and
You
it's
said
not
how
even the
much?
peach
I
flavor.
mean, it was
You said how much? 14?
14.
That's
$14 should be
19,
like
20,000 more.
19, almost ish. Let's say not up
a
to, but
good
let's say
ball.
Imanon for one
Yeah,
soju,
about that. About
and then Makali was like
It's fine.
17.
But
it's expensive. Yeah.
It's so
Well, everything in
expensive.
New York
and
is
drink it.
super
Buy
expensive.
vodka,
Yeah,
whatever. Like,
Buy
vodka here
vodka.
too is expensive too. The
Well,
real vodka,
in New
the real.
York, in New York,
I think maybe because it was in New York, but
it's
vodka,
100% because
bro,
yeah,
New
that,
York, girl, when you hear New York, you should hear like your wallet empty. Like, that's how expensive
let
I
me
even.
tell, Karen, let me tell you what happened. I think I've said this in the show, but we went to New York, right? We went to this
Mhm.
Nigerian restaurant. It was like a nice place. We ordered a lot. We ordered food. The food was like come up to be $40. Let's say food was $40. They added their own tip in the bill.
yeah, because you
Now
went over a certain.
$40, 20% of $40 is what? 20. Wait, is it?
No,
No,
I said
no,
20. I said it is so much
oh,
anger.
the
no.
confidence, girl, the
40,
confidence.
wait, 20%
Oh,
of
that's
40 is what?
humbling.
I'll tell you in a second.
Wait, let me calculate it. Shit, I'm in a finance major. I don't even know.
It's around
$8.
maybe six,
It's
Eight.
seven.
$8.
Yeah.
Good. That's $8. Now we're four of us. So imagine $8 each. We had a tip.
But
38,
isn't the
36.
tip system is when you choose what to give,
No,
not?
is
So that's
I've
mostly
never
the case.
understood
That's mostly the case,
tipping thing.
but
Hmm.
they make you pay a
they
certain amount if you, I think it's two cases. You go over a certain amount of money, and
Mm.
then the other case is how many people are on the table. Like if it's a huge
yeah,
table, they'll make you pay the whole.
they make you pay. And then she added the tip, and then they asked, how much tip do you want to give? Bitch, you already added your tip. Why are you asking me how much tip I want to give when you already added yours? So we wrote 0 and we signed. Because I mean we paid this this is a restaurant that has like the cheapest menu was like $15, and that's for the appetizers. You know what I mean? So it's really expensive. And they charged us for water. Tap water was $5. Yep, they
Damn,
charge you for
$5.
water.
Tap water in
And
New
then
York, girl. New York is crazy. There's
and then the thing
her.
is like we asked for more water and they were like, because in Korea water is not included in the bill. They just give you
No,
water because they
it's
know
pretty
you're
much free
human.
in Korea.
You should be just given for free.
But there we were like, we need more water, and she was like, "Oh, but it's gonna cost you guys another $5." We were like, "Don't worry, we're gonna go out." But one thing about New York is there's a lot of street food also, so it just depends. So you could buy cheap food and you can buy like expensive food in New York, and so we put the 0 for tips, and they came to take our bill, and she was like, "So y'all not gonna tip?" No, we're not. We're not gonna tip because we don't want to tip. And we waited like a long we waited, and we had to reserve that space. We only have 2 hours in that space, and it took them 40 to 30 minutes to get our food. So we're like, the services was not that good. The food was burnt. Like, we're not that happy with our thing, so we don't want to tip. And she was like, so y'all not gonna tip? And you know how New Yorkers, they will say everything to your face. They have no filters. She was like cursing us out and everything, and like telling other people like how we're so cheap. We're like, yeah, we're from, yep, we're cheap. Let's go. We ended up going out to go eat like shawarma from a Lebanese food truck or something like that. But yeah, it's crazy.
But
Like, Imagine.
I do not quite understand the tipping system because I'm not used to it, but I guess it's some kind of part of culture there, if one can call it a culture. But at the same time, I do ask myself, why you are doing your labor, you are doing your job, you applied for that job, right? I'm speaking as a
Yeah.
person that never been involved in the tipping system ever, and you do that job, you sign up for it, you're getting the amount like you can get like that's the amount you are signing up for. Yes, it's not sometimes very good, sometimes it's good, whatever. And some people, if they want, if they like you, if they have actually to give you an extra money
Mm-hmm.
because they liked you, they give
Right.
it as well here sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but I think it became some kind of a mandatory thing in America, as I've been like hearing from a lot of people,
Mm-mm.
even Americans themselves. And I've been questioning a lot, like, what about lawyers? What about I don't know, any other uh job, like people who work at the office and etc. Do they have a tip for working at the service? And how can you be so selective if you're being nice or you're not like whether you will give a good service or you will not provide a good service when like purely depending on the like tipping system. That's kind of unfair. It's like I can
I
go
don't.
anywhere, any stranger, I can give them $5 and they can give me the service, but like why does it have to be paid so much? Like the quality of the service. I do not quite understand that part. And I also heard that when you have like a cashier at the 7-Eleven or whatever convenience stores, they also have like a option to tip the cashier, which I was like, but the
That would
cashier
tip
just
jar.
stands there. They just stand there. They just beep 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 $11, please. Please 11 like and you give $11. And they be like, tip for what? Exactly. You didn't even say hi to
It's
me. I mean, you give money to people to have a bare minimum, but you are already being paid for your labor. I do not want to disrespect, but I do have questions. Like, the-
God.
Mm,
I think
oh,
also like
go ahead, go ahead.
okay. I think because like I was asking someone and she was like, "Well, waiters. I know about waiters. They're paid low. Some of them are also paid like lower than the minimum rate,
Oh, way lower,
way lower.
way lower.
So I don't.
That's why there's that pretty much like so waiters get paid super low. So what they like make money in the job is tips.
It's
Like that's
tips.
their thing.
Yeah.
Um,
So yeah,
tips is
like I had
mostly a
a
thing. Tips are mostly like a thing for like service, especially in
yeah,
America.
mostly
There's just a
service work.
culture.
Yeah.
Um, but like the thing for like at least so in what I think is like there is this sense of like a culture for like food service and things like that, like waiters, because that's more
Excuse
uh
me.
kind of like you said, more a thing that you can maybe think about like your experience of dining and such. But when it comes to like things like you said, like the register of like if you go to a gas station and things like that, I haven't really ever seen that. It's mostly like that's not a really a thing, I would say.
It's
It's
not a
mostly
big
like
thing.
depending like that really depends on like that person and like whether they enjoy that person or not, but that's not really a thing. Um, it's mostly like that tip culture is definitely in like the food service
Yeah.
area. You might see that a little bit in like hotels and such as well, like people helping you out with your bags and such like that. That's also kind of like a tipping culture. Like there's this thing about like just I don't know, giving back to those that are kind of helping you. There's always been that kind of culture here. Um, I don't know what can I say much about it just because like I grew up in it, so like it's not as weird to me compared to like maybe you guys who've been in like Korea for a long time and there's no such culture, you know? So it's kind of like interesting. Like to me, it's always been like a normal thing. I haven't really thought about
You
it.
thought about it.
Yeah, so it's like,
Yeah.
but
I mean, like, sorry, sorry to
um,
cut you off. Back in Nigeria, tipping is a thing. That it's like you tip because you enjoyed that person's service. Because I used to work in a hotel in my high school, and like maybe you did the service really well, they would tip you. So I'm used to tipping, but we're not used to asking for the how to say, like in Nigeria, if you serve and maybe that you really are impressed, or so most men they tip the girl if they find the girl cute or pretty. some- Sometimes in Nigeria,
Yeah, privilege.
but also like if the service is good, like okay, like I remember there was this this was my this was in middle school. I was with my senior and we're going to the same what do you call it, air what are the people that work in the plane, air crew,
yeah,
the
you can
airspace, the
create
air crew.
air
Yeah.
crew.
So she was really nice. Like she was just really nice. She was really patient, and people kind of saw the hard work she was giving. And as we were leaving, a lot of people just started giving her this like, oh, like they would do like, oh, how like they want to like shake her, and they'll squeeze the money and put it in her hands and stuff like that, like for appreciation. In Nigeria, it's like that. It's very common like that. Like, oh, we really enjoyed you, and they'll just put the money in this, you know what I mean, put it in your
Uh,
hand, like slide it in, you know what I mean, just for appreciation. She never asked for it, you know what I mean, but it's given to her because they appreciate her. So us tipping is more of like, it's like you want to tip because you want to tip. You know what I mean? But here, at a point in time, I felt really annoying. Like, what? Why am I doing this and stuff like that? And then, as I said, my coworker was like, so the minimum wage in my county is $12 per hour. In her job, they pay her 8.5. Yeah, and she's a single mom. She has three
Mhm.
kids. So in the morning, she's doing a waiting job, and then in the night, she works at the school dining hall. So you can imagine how hard it is for her. So they're paying her 8.5. And she's like, that's how I get my tips. So sometimes some people, and she's really polite, and she's also really pretty. She's pretty, polite, and you know what I mean. So she's like, sometimes, the tip is what makes me get my money. And because in America, if you're working like different jobs, they take more taxes away from you. So she's even owing the government part of her taxes. So it's her tips sometimes she uses to pay, you know what I mean? The government, like it's, so I can understand why they have a high reliance of money, like of tipping, which is most, as you said, the food industry. But my question is, for us, it's like, why will you put the tip, as I say, maybe that's New York, but why will you put the tip inside? You know what I mean? Because usually when you want to actually customize tip, or do you want 20 or 10%, but this one is like they put the tip in inside without asking you. So it's like,
it's kind of like what I said. There's this thing about like
is the
a certain amount of people, or you go over like I think a place here in Florida is like if you go over like 100, you automatically
mm,
get like the what is it, 20%, 25% tip that you have to do.
yeah,
But I don't know. It depends on the situation, but um, I don't know. That's just
it's
culture.
just
But in most cases, you do get to choose your own tip in most
yeah, tip.
cases. And but that also leans into like what you said, like if you appreciate the person, the more likely you are to like give more. So
Tip is a
that's
good,
also a
yeah.
thing. Uh, yeah, interesting topic for sure. But I don't know. I'm just so used to it that it's kind of like, I don't know. I kind of have like no really
Hmm.
big thoughts on it.
You get it. Because for me,
You're
I'm
out
used to
there.
the
Yeah.
tip, but I'm not used for them adding. or kind of requesting for the tip directly. So that for me, that was also a shock. That was also a shock.
We gotta add the tip in the check, like it's already
Yeah.
there. So they see it's like 10%, and that's the service, and we're okay with this, and nobody here asks for the tip. You just give it. I think it's pretty sure it's pretty much like zeroness.
Yeah.
Like in your country, in Nigeria, it's the same thing. Like,
Yeah, it's like
oh, you're
that.
so nice. You were so like, thank you. Like you
Yeah.
went out of your way or whatever.
Way,
Like
yeah.
just because they like you on the like level, any level as a human likes another human,
Yeah.
and they tip you and then etc. But the thing is, it's just I think I'm sure like if I go to US, I will be shaking. My knees will be shaking. My heart will be beating, because I will be so scared to about the tip. I'll be like, oh my, how much do you, how much? What's the norm? What's the average you give for as a tip? Like even is there? I would I would need the whole class, the whole course on it because I don't want to disrespect anyone. It is
You're right.
someone's culture. I guess they are making less than they supposed to make. That's
Yeah.
like the a big problem like that they cannot solve. Only the government can solve it and whatever. But still,
It's challenging.
like, so I would need to like how much do you give? Like, do I need to bring my calculator with me to count it, or what do?
Some people do that and like do a
Yeah, someone does.
calculator on like
Someone does.
how
Yeah.
much, but
How much you
mostly like the tip is just how much you want to give.
do you want to
Pretty
give?
much
Yeah.
what the thing.
They have like the one where you
Yeah,
can
I will
choose
give
like
$5 and I
5%,
will be called
10%,
tip.
20.
I'm sorry, I would give like
Yeah, it's like that. Yeah, it's probably like that. And the thing I also know that shocks me too is that they tax your tip in America too.
they tax that. Jesus.
Well, they tax all the money you receive. Better said
So
not.
they tax your tip too. Because I
Sure.
was doing my taxes
No,
like
they
2
just
weeks.
tax the money. Like the tips aren't separated from the amount she gets. That's just the total amount, and that's tax.
The
You
total
don't get
income.
like taxed one thing and then taxed the other. You get taxed
Yeah,
completely.
you get taxed for the other. So yeah. So yeah, if you have tips, you gotta because tips is part of the money you're gaining. So any money you're gaining in America, it has to be taxed.
Mhm.
Even the scholarship you get, like they gave this guy a scholarship here, so they had to take out some money from tax.
Scholarship is the already government money that's go. I have so many questions to that, like a lot. I mean, they'd be
Like
like,
if
we were given money, but you see that money, this part is ours because you're studying so well. Like,
even like in my place of work at school, if you fill in a form like a survey, they give you like a $5 Starbucks gift card. They before they get their gift card, they have to like sign some papers for tax purposes because the government is gonna tax that $5. You know what I mean? That the school is providing, so they do it for tax purposes. So here in I don't know America, it's like here in
I
America, it's
mean,
like
that's
oh,
sort of true. It's more like a tax write-off for the university and such.
yeah. So
It's
the
a little bit
university
different, but in this essence,
Yeah, it's not like they're taxing you as a human, but they're taxing you as a corporation.
yeah.
And my university is a non-profit organization, so they do have a lot of benefit. Because if you're a non-profit, you don't have to pay as much taxes as
Yeah.
other schools would pay. So we pay really less taxes, but they have to give account of, you know, like that $5. What was that $5 for, and who did you give it to,
Yeah.
and did that person know? You know what I mean? So America is.
damn, control freaks, I would say.
America is it's new. I'll just tell people it's new.
Yeah.
So like me working here, it's like I still keep on telling why you. And then the funny thing is that different states got like different taxes. So like my friend was telling me if I lived in Florida, amount of is the tax high in Florida compared to
We have
other?
no sales tax, so you would get
Yeah, there's yeah. I know Texas standard of living is okay, but in terms of
no
tax,
sales tax either, so less there.
still less in Texas.
You'll get less taxes, more money. You get more money.
Yeah, less taxes, more money. So if you're looking for a place to live in America, it's like how much taxes am I gonna be taking? Because like if you buy, for example, you buy a Starbucks that's $5, it says $5, but you're not paying $5, you're paying probably like 7, 8, because taxes is there.
Here, yeah, it's I think it's in Florida, it's 6.5. So if it's like $5, yeah, it's like $5.40 something cents, maybe.
Yeah. And they tell you the tax when you buy it, after you buy it. They don't say it's not included in the price, which, as I said, doesn't. So, for example, let's say like it's not. So it's like, for example, if I buy this is $4, right? I buy it. I go to the cashier. I'm not gonna pay $4. I'll probably pay 5.
For
But
that.
it says $4 on it. In Korea, if it says $4 and you have $4, I'll just go give $4. In America, if this is $4, I'm going to pay like $4.69 or something.
But what's the logic behind it? Because
That's
I
sales
mean,
tax.
it's
That's the
required.
tax that you pay.
I mean, it's because in our country it's the same thing. You pay, you see the price,
Then you pay
the
for it.
taxes are already included in the price.
Included, yeah.
Yeah, you
Even in
already have it.
Nigeria
Like
too.
we don't, you don't come there and you don't play like guessing game like how much I'm gonna waste right now. Like
Well,
you already know how
the
much money you're gonna
problem,
waste.
I think the problem there is that America is like 20 times bigger than most places. And then the problem that we have here is that each state has its own regulations.
Us is on, yeah.
So then you get to the point where the whole country doesn't have the same
The,
tax
it's the
control
same
over
country,
everything.
but different.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but each place has different things. So that's why
different
you have
tax.
to, it's not included in everything because the whole country is in the same when it
It's different,
comes
yeah.
to.
So for like example, if I rather buy clothes in Texas, like Houston, Texas, because I know I'm paying less taxes than me going to New York.
Yeah. In New York,
Because
you'll pay like a
I bought
ton
a
of taxes.
I bought a nice jacket. This jacket was from 100. It was like an $80. It was slashed down to $22. Very nice, good jacket. I'm like, okay, let me go pay 22. I pay 25 at the end of the day.
Same.
Yeah, because the sales tax in New York is really high. But also in those big cities, you can find it's like so you can find the expensive places and you can find like a GHL place that's nice and cheap in those big cities. Then like a place like where I
Yeah.
am, the only like literally in my place, if you know where Walmart, Target, and Burlington is, you already know half of the place in my area. So you know what I mean? It's like smaller, but I don't know, it's weird, but that's how they yeah, the tax and they have to do tax return. You have to do your taxes here in America. After you took my tax, you now expect me to pay somebody to do my taxes.
And then you'll get some money back depending on certain.
I didn't so okay. You have to file for your tax, you have to use the different companies you can do to file your taxes. Now, I got because I didn't work a lot,
Yeah.
I got $60 back tax return. $60 tax return. Okay, cool, fine. They're charging me $65 to return my taxes.
Yeah. Stuff like that happens.
What's the
You
point?
pay to return your taxes? Is that what's happening?
So it's like the government is giving you a tax return. Maybe you paid over what you're
Yeah.
meant to pay. So I paid
So,
over because I told them just take as much money as you want for my taxes. So I'm been paying the government is taking more like over the tax I'm meant to take, right? So now they're like, okay, the amount of balance that the government has to give you $60. So I
Yeah.
have to use, because some people do their taxes by themselves, but I'm an international student, so they made us do tax with like different, there's like TurboTax, Spring Tax, is like different apps you can use, or you can use a tax person. Now,
Yeah.
I have to pay money to return my taxes. So my tax is, and they do the calculation for you. You can do it by yourself, but that would require you, like, if you have to be really good and skilled about doing that. Some people go to school just to do that. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
you
Because it's
kind
very
of have to. You
complicated.
kind of have to get certified in it.
You have to get certified too. Some people do it by themselves, but it's like if you're doing it by yourself, it's like maybe you already know how to do it.
Yeah,
Because if you make a mistake, the next year they're gonna take double. Like they would take, that they'll tell you you're owing the government. I don't know if that makes sense. So you'll be owing the American government, and you don't want to
Right.
owe the American government. So yeah, so for me it was like I got $60, both my federal and my state tax. I got $60. Okay, fine, at least I got $60 more. Two, they gave us a discount because we're students. Now, for me, moi, to return my taxes, I have to pay 65. The government is giving me $60, but I am paying 65 to give the money to.
but that, so there's a lot of things there. Like the money you get back is also depending on like a lot of things. So like
I'm tired.
you own a business, if you're in a certain tax bracket, if you have a
Tax
family,
bracket.
kids, how much
Yeah.
you spend on food while work, traveling, they account all those different things in there. So it's like a different, like a
Yeah.
lot of stuff. Um, but
It's
Man,
but
yeah.
I'm
what you said is true, yeah,
excited
depending on
world so
a lot of
much.
things. But it's a lot. But
World with
but it's actually a pretty like if you learn it, you can
If
make
you learn
pretty
it, yeah.
decent money for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just that it just takes time. It's just that you have to be like, because for me, it's my first time, right? My first time ever, doing taxes in America, because it's my first time working in America. So it's like it comes to a point where it's like it's my first time, so I got frustrated. But when you understand, the thing about America is America has a system. If you understand it, you find it easy. You guys got to be patient, because I have a friend who has been here. He has been here for 6, 7 years, and he already understands how to do everything. So he has a lot of like ways, like if you have some document that can make you get more taxes, you know what I mean, or if you're claiming a dependent, or if you're part of, if someone is claiming you as a dependent. So the thing about America is that you just need to know the system. Once you understand the system, life is
Mhm.
going to be easy for you. So you have to be willing to understand the system. That's one good thing about America is you understand the system, you know how to work with it. It's gonna be good. That's it. So yeah, I've had so much mental breakdowns in this country, but at the same time, it's like okay, I'm understanding from this country. So I don't know. America it's a fascinating, great, and confusing country at the same time. It's good and it's weird, but it's good. I don't know how to say
Yeah,
it, but yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah, America is, and here you don't feel alone because you're always going to find someone who looks like you, someone who has the same thing as you in a way. You know what I mean?
who looks like you.
Like, how to say, there's so many people in America. I was surprised. I met a Nigerian
Diverse.
I
who
mean,
came,
diversity.
you know what I mean? And we can understand each other's, we have similar. So it's kind of easy for you to find someone like maybe going through the same problems or who has gone through the same problems as you in America compared to, like, for example, in Korea, because Korea is not as diverse as America. So America is a very diverse country with a lot of opportunities. It's just, are you willing to sit down and do your research about it? Like where the cute boys are, what
Oh my
state has
God.
the rich cute boys, what state has the boys that are gonna give me the most money, what state is, you know what I mean? Like I've been doing so much research. So yeah, Florida boys are still in the bracket, but I heard that they got the alligator side to them, so
Alligators like to them.
Yeah.
I don't
yeah,
even
it's
know what
cool.
that is, but okay. Awesome topic that we kind of switched into, but let's
You
get back on
switched
track.
into.
Let's get back on track.
Oh yeah, sorry.
No, okay, so uh I started with the older brother with a younger sister, and then we got Serona being the middle
Yeah.
child, but the only girl. So her style, and now we finally get Kerim and her sibling, how
Yay.
that's gonna go. So go ahead.
How does it be
I
being the
did not
oldest?
like her when I was a child. When we
Wait,
were
but first
children,
say, what's your
okay.
sibling? Like what? Like, do you only one sibling, right? Your
Okay, so
sister?
I have a sibling. I have only one sibling, God bless me. She's 5 years younger than me.
Oh,
Yeah,
five.
but it feels, yeah, I know, right? Like a slap in the face. And so she was born and she doesn't talk, so I don't give a and but then she starts talking, and when she starts talking, I don't like the talk. So I don't like her because the girl is not talking. The girl is screaming, commenting. I don't know who she thinks she is, but she is not related to me. Probably we found her up under the bridge. But anyways, I will not tell her that. So yeah, when I was a teenager, around like 12 or whatever, I think up till 15, when I was 16, we were not really close. We would argue, and I would not even like talk to her much because 5 years actually is a lot when you're going through your teenage things, and especially if you look at especially when you're younger, the age gap feels deeper. Like you feel it
Yeah.
more. Like 2 years, yeah, you have some like okay bonding, but 5 years, it's when I'm in the middle school and she's like like where is she? Like I can't even see her. And when I'm in high school, she's getting to her middle school and everything, and the way of thinking is different. And when you are both in teenage age, have no patience, you have
Mm.
no brain, you have nothing, literally nothing. Yeah, I guess we started bonding when our father passed away. Yeah, our
Mm.
father was like, okay, I'm gonna create you some bonding experience here. So yeah, we got close. So we got really close. And as the time passed, I started to learn her, and we look really alike. Like, if we shut the fuck up and we stand next to each other, you'd be like,
Mm-hmm.
winning, like, hello. Then she opens her mouth, and then lets you know, not twinning. Not twinning at all. So yeah, basically right now we are more on the like friendly. Like she is like literally she came to the point when I would rather die first, so I would not feel hurt if
Mm.
something happens to her. Like you can suffer alone, that's okay, but let me not suffer that pain because I would like from the family, I love my sister the most. Like something
Mm-hmm.
happened, think of my sister like first because bitch knows my secrets and I cannot let that bitch go away. So they are like she is really I guess as she was growing up, she was talking to me a lot. So most of her opinions, or even like half of her opinions, may be inspired by my beliefs.
Mm.
But the way we act on it are different. Like I'm more calm person. I might overthink a lot. She doesn't give a single shit. She doesn't like you. She will be like, fuck you. Like, you know, she doesn't yeah, and there are differences, but we are starting to have one like we have beliefs and opinions that cross and we think like, oh actually yeah, that's right. And we like talk to each other, we listen to each other and seeing her growing up, especially when I was away in Korea for 3 years,
Mm.
was at first it was a bit heartbreaking oh damn, she's turning like teenage age and everything, and I know once she will graduate the university, she will go too. Like we will not ever be at the same house walking around doing stupid shit because the time flies. And one of the good things why like one of the good things of having academic leave I have right now is to be closer to my family, especially seeing and being like close to my sister because I can see what she's doing every day. Rent to me every day. So at times yeah, I kind of argue with her because who the fuck walks in the boots around the house when I just clean the room? Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's not America. It is Kazakhstan. It is Central Asia. Wear that boot in the house, I'm gonna kick your ass with that boot. Exactly the same foot. Like you know? So yeah, so we have some trouble like sometimes like days, but it's still really nice to have her around. Yeah. So yeah, she's and it's especially really interesting to see her growing up because she's 16, right? She's 16 and this time when she went to college, she has like she's singing college and like seeing her growing, seeing her going through the phase as a as a teenage girl, like and I can support her where I was alone and like did not have that support bonding. I can give it to her. Like seeing her having like crush, like talking to boys, going to dates, getting heartbreaks. It's kind of fun to watch. At the same time, you'd be like, damn girl, look at here. Like the fuck? Yeah, so it's really nice to see her passionate about several things. Yeah, she judged me a lot sometimes for the things like yeah, she feels sorry for me because every single time I'm just home, I'm just at home. Then she comes back and she's like, "You're not going out?" I'm like, "No, I'm okay." And she's like, she yeah. Anyway, she's really nice if you're on her good side. If you are on her bad side, God bless your soul because I do
Yeah.
believe if we were not related, I would never be her friend, actually. But still, anyway. But that's the thing.
Is she like the most outspoken person in the house?
No, my mom is the most outspoken person. Like she
I
takes it
mean,
after her. So when they argue, girl, they argue.
okay, I get what you mean. Oh no, moms are the most outspoken people.
I'm
They
sorry.
got
Filter.
no filters. My mom told this one of my brother's friend that we don't know. My mom doesn't know his name, but she calls him the short one. And she's like, yeah, yeah. And then I started doing that.
The
So it's
short
like,
one.
because I don't know, but is your sister like that kind of person? Like, she's not. I mean, not the short one, but like, I mean, is she that person that like? Because you're mostly like harm. Like, if it comes to like, you would endure, and then when it comes to a limit, that you'd be like, no, I don't like that. I feel like that's how you're like. But is your sister the one that would be like, the first time is that she just call you out, like kind of person?
The first time she does, she learned how to say, please don't do that, and actually talking to a person.
Mm-hmm.
She's talking and she's saying, but sometimes if
Mm-hmm.
she's getting really overwhelmed, she can like snap.
Mm, okay.
And when she snaps, she comes to me and rants and says like, I did right, right? Sometimes she does it right. Sometimes she doesn't do it right. And because there are the things that you just can't accept. You cannot actually change it. For example, the respect for the elderly. Like because they're like sometimes you have to like they're really complicated sometimes things and you have to
Mm-hmm.
explain it to a child that I know you're a teenager, I know you hate everything if it's not going your way, but
Yeah.
sometimes you have to just accept it as it is just because you cannot change it, but your love and your appreciation for another person is way bigger because they're the part of like you never felt the same so it's hard to explain, especially if she's going through the phase when she thinks she knows the best, as a
Mm,
teenager, just because she didn't live the same life as a mother or our grandmother or any other family member or me. But I'm still young, so it's okay. She she has a belief inside of her that she knows better for herself, and
mm,
because she did not go out there in the world. College is still as a school and university. I still believe it's still like the same people with the same age around, and it's okay. But once you're out in the real world where you have to work and maybe meet other people
other
with,
people.
like, they have like maybe no filter, maybe they're harmless, maybe they will actually like selfish and all sort of things in some situations that you never have to deal with it. So she didn't
Mm,
go through that yet. Yeah, but she went through like teenage thingies, like heartbreak, like talking and things. So, but
right.
she knows how to stand up for herself. Oh,
Oh,
she
okay.
will stand up. Oh, girl, she will stand. You will fall. Like that's you will slip.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, she does. She does. Like that much text. I saw her texting a boy that much and then blocking. Like she's not leaving you any good. Like she's not waiting for the answer. She's like block.
Damn.
I'm like, you're not going to listen to this site? She's like, I'm not going to listen to any shit. Like, okay, I got you. Yeah, so that's what kind of person she's. But she's really nice if you're nice to her.
Okay, okay. I think I kind of get her. Yeah, I think okay. Yeah.
Sometimes I'm
See.
jealous of her confidence because I wish I was that confident. Like some people be bullshitting with you, and then you be like, maybe the problem is me. Bitch, wake up. The door is not that way. That's the window. We don't jump. Go straight at the door. Like that's you know.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true. That's kind of interesting, just because like um, knowing you for a while, I've always told you that like you and her can literally be like next to each other, and I'll just be like, who the hell is who? Like I seen both of you, and I'm just like, you guys look exactly alike. But then
Yeah, you guys do look
thinking
alike.
about it, yeah, I mean, like it's also interesting in her side, also just because, like you said, like your age gap is way bigger than, well, for example,
Sure.
mine. Mine was closer, so I did experience school pretty much with my sister along the way.
Mm,
And so, like, there's that interesting thing where it's like you guys were always kind of separate that way. And then also the dynamic of being like two girls compared to like a big brother and such like that. So that's also like something that's interesting to hear. Then, uh, not too many things that people like touch up on is like the time away from each other. Um, I think that does that can like do a couple things. It can either like for you guys kind of like bring you closer together as the distance kind of like maybe made you miss them, and like now that you have time together, now you're actually like communicating more and actually like reaching out more. But for some other people, it can also like separate people further. So it's actually, an interesting dynamic of like all those different things coming together. And then, like you said, she's still like young, so she's like still kind of like growing into like the person she is in a lot of different ways. Uh,
Well, I'm
and
scared of the person she becomes. Oh my god.
and as much as
How
like you
scared.
can like uh say things and like be there, it comes to a point where they're also gonna have to experience so many things on their own and actually learn from that. Because like as much as people can like uh, reach out and say like, oh, give like wise words and such, it comes to a point where like they also have to experience things in order to like learn, more things along the way. So, as time goes on, that's gonna help her to learn more. And then a good thing that you guys are talking now is she'll be able to reach out more and like be around more. So I think that's also gonna be like a good thing for both of you in that sense. And it's cool. It's like nice to like hear like there wasn't that close connection and there was kind of like oh, but then as time goes on, you can get like a closer relationship. And I think that's beneficial um because then you always feel like you have someone by your side,
By your
like
side.
no matter what. So I think that's always um sometimes people kind of take that for granted, I think. So it's cool to for you to for you both to like, have that now. So
Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
Yeah. And also the age gap, because me and my brother is 5 years. Me and my younger brother is 5 years apart. Me and my older is 2 years apart. And me and my but in terms of school, my brother is 3 years apart because he skipped some grades. My older brother skipped some grades. So we I don't know. Yeah. I think for also for one thing also for boys is that even if I offend them, they never take it personal. So I think because I've offended my brothers a lot. So that's one good thing about it. I take it I can still remember the shit they did to me in elementary school. They don't even remember what I did to them last week, or they don't care to remember, or they don't bring it up. So I don't know, boy, maybe that is. And also like for your sister, I feel like it's also like a good combo because she's like the outspoken one, and you're like the I don't want to show myself yet kind of person, right? So if anyone hurt you,
I think that
like
depends.
I think that depends, but like Kerim
But
is like
because
kind of like,
no one over here, she's very,
but it depends.
that's what I'm saying. She can be
Is she
very outspoken and very like in your face, but then she can also be like that quiet
if it's
person that you're just like,
necessary?
no, I, I'm not saying it's bad either way. I'm just saying that
No, no, it's
that's
not
the kind of
bad,
person she
but
is.
it's just like
She
I
because
feel like
she could be very outspoken, guys. Like she'll come up to you and be like, tell you right away, like
tell you right in the
some of this
face.
and like almost kill you. And then the next day she'll be quiet, and then you'll just be like, "Are you gonna say anything? Are you gonna talk to me?" And then she'll
No, but
just be
that's the
quiet like the whole
thing.
day.
Having like a sibling that's a little bit opposite. It's like you
Mm.
guys are learning things from each other, you know what I mean? So I feel like because like kind of gives that like you know what I mean? Like that what do you call it? Black Widow vibe. You know Black Widow from Marvel?
This one?
You say black what? Oh,
Yeah. Is that Black Widow?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, she gives that Black Widow vibe.
that's the one though.
You know what I mean? She gives that Black Widow vibe like that,
I
like and then like that
I
kind of vibe, you know what I mean?
I gave her
Yeah,
the title Ice Princess because
yeah,
she's
you
a
know what
nice
I
person.
mean? She's an ice princess. She's like, I'm not gonna kill you, but I'll just freeze you to death. That kind of kind of thing like that. But I'm not saying you're gonna say, but that's
Yeah.
how ice princess are like that. Um, No, I'm just kidding. But like also learning, like you said, she's very outspoken and she's someone that is like the confident level, right? So
Mhm.
you can also learn. And I think that's also like a backup, if anyone hurts you, I feel like your sister is gonna be the first person like she'd be like,
Oh, she
um,
does. She does.
that's what I'm saying. So it's kind of good to have like a little bit opposite. And like for me, even me and my brother, we all of us are so opposites in a way. Like I'm more of the patient one. My younger brother is patient, but it comes to a point like he doesn't like that's it, like that's it, and he will forget about you. And then my older brother is like the less patient one, like that's it. So it's like we're trying to learn from each other kind of stuff. So yeah,
But
I
my
can
sister is
imagine
old.
you and
My
your
sister
sister
is
could have like a
old.
Netflix special.
Thank
Mhm.
you. One
I
day,
Yeah.
I think 1 month ago, someone was talking like shit to us while we were in the elevator, and the opposites are like on the ground. What do you call it? Like just they was just standing there, and we're like, what happened there and something. But I was not. She was so tired of that person. She closed the fucking elevator door. Fuck you. I was like, stop talking shit. Like, but she deserved that one. I'm sorry.
No, well, that's
Like that.
Well deserved, I guess.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. We need to get your. How would you describe your sister? Like Brian calls it Ice Princess. What would you describe your sister? If your sister was like a cartoon or something, what would describe your sister?
Correct. Just kidding. I would call
From the cartoon character or like a movie character or something.
movie character.
Yeah, anything.
Oh, there is one character. There is one character. She actually so. Do you know the Masha and the bear? The bear? Like, do you know this one?
I know.
We know.
She is so much like this one. Like, I'm sorry. Bro, she
Yo, I like how she had that ready on her phone.
Yeah, I mean, she was
I looked
like,
it up. I looked it up. Like, I'm really proud of
yeah,
I'm
this is
so
how my
it's so
sister is
hard.
like.
No, but that's interesting. Because like I said, me and my sister are alike in a lot of different ways, but we're also very different. I'm the more social in terms of like reaching out and like wanting to communicate more. It's not that she doesn't, but she tends to be
Yeah.
the more quiet one and such like that. I tend to be the more open,
Open, yeah.
yeah, more talkative, reach out, do things more. Um, I also at times can be the more impatient one out of both of us, which is interesting because I think because of like my career and things like that, I've learned to be more patient and I have to be patient. So it's kind of an interesting dynamic of like, but me just being myself around my family, I tend to be the more impatient one. So it's kind of like a interesting way of kind of like seeing how I am maybe with my family compared to like maybe how I am just in general with other people. Um, it's it's very interesting dynamic, that's for sure. Because I think, like you said, like Zerona being like for her, it's like being a mother, pretty much. It's like taking care of the brothers and such like that. But then Zerona by herself, or in like an dynamic of her being in university or like with friends, she has some of that instinct with her, like being a mother, but also like she's different as well. So it's an interesting way of like being a different kind of personality or kind of trait that you have with like different people around you. It's kind of interesting just because like um I feel like people don't realize that until like they're in that situation and then they start to see like, oh, I am different around this person and that person or around family, around things like that. So it's cool topic.
So how would you describe your sister? A movie character or
Mine?
cartoon character? Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. You can start first and I'll look. I have a character in mind, but I can't remember the name.
My brother. I feel like my younger brother is like is the Hulk like I won't say because I won't how to say it. He's because of his stature, he's kind of like big,
Mm,
like you know what I mean. But inside, he's
yeah.
like one of the most babyest. Even my friend, I have a friend who's like 5'2", and my brother is 6'7", so my brother's like 187 centimeters. Yeah, and I'm the shortest in the family. No, I'm the second shortest in the family. Not the third shortest. Okay, but what I'm trying to say is that he's tall and he's big because he does play sport. So when people see him, they're always like, "Oh, this guy's like a mature guy." You know what I mean? But inside, when you get to know him, it's like, "Oh, he's just a child. He's so baby." You know what I mean? So that's why I say Hawk, because the Hawk is also very like, the Hawk when he screams, he's like that big um green guy. But like when he's to his normal self, he's like very
Yeah.
sensitive and like he really to willing to listen. And yeah, that's my younger brother. My older brother is more of like a Iron Man. I don't know. I don't know why I'm basing my brother's birth of Marvels, but my brother is more of like an Iron Man person. Like I don't know, maybe it's because he's studying finance. I don't know the finance major people, but he's like, oh, it's about, okay, how are we gonna plan this money? How are we gonna do this? And he's willing to listen to other people, but he still feels like his opinion is still the best. And I just like
So,
Tony Sparks. You know how I mean? Like Tony Sparks is like, but he's how to say like Iron Man character. Yeah, I feel like that's how my older brother is like. And for me, I feel like I'm Fury
ooh.
because I command them do what I want to do. No, but yeah,
Oh, oh, okay, okay.
yeah, more than Marvels.
Okay.
So my my sister. Oh, what's going on? So mine, I would kind of so Lilo and Stitch. So the older sister.
Mm, Nala,
So she's the older
Oh,
one, not the young one. And I
not
say
Leo.
that just
Nala.
because she um she's very so when my parents divorced when we were like very, very young,
Mm-hmm.
and my mom went through like a tough time for like a long time. And so me and my sister grew really close to our mother, but throughout that time, my sister and my mom got like really, really close. So they're like really, really together a lot. Mm, so during that time, I think my sister got a lot of her essence from my mom. So when I see my sister, it reminds me a lot of my mom in a lot of different ways because she carries a lot of the same
Mm,
feeling and she says
Feeling.
like a lot of the same things my mom would say. So like whenever I see her, I kind of like, oh my gosh, that kind of is like my mother that's around because I can hear like my mother saying something when she talks. So it's like she gives that like older vibe, but at the same time, her character in the show, she's pretty much like a mother,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, she's a sister and still kind of like growing up in her own sense as well. So she's
Mm-hmm.
still trying to like do a lot of different things. So that's why it kind of reminds me of her. Just because she gives off a lot of like mother vibes with me in that sense, but she's still like my sister in terms of maybe how we react to each other in certain situations. And then she's kind of mm, like I said, the more quiet type and stuff. So when like Lilo and Stitch are kind of like going crazy and doing things, and I'm like, yeah, let's go watch a movie, we're gonna do this, or go, eat somewhere. My sister would be like, no, why are you doing that? Why are you crazy? No, it should be like that kind of like strict kind of person to do that. So it's like I get that feel from her, and then it kind of reminds me of her a little bit. But as far as for me, I don't. I had to be honest, I have no idea. I don't know how. I mean, I kind of get a sense of maybe how I am looked upon from like her point of view, but I'm not sure like what she would describe me as like a character or anything like that. I kind of have no idea. Because like I said, I'm kind of weird in that way. Like I can be viewed in some ways, but then I can be viewed in a lot of different ways. So I'm not really sure what I would be like. I hope it's in a good sense, and I think it would be in a good sense. Um, just because like I've always wanted to be around for her in a lot of different senses. So as long as as long as I, um, done my job as a brother in terms of just being there for her, talking, enjoying, life, growing up, and things like that, then I think that's totally fine with me in that sense.
Mm.
But I guess that's also like the different point of view of like being a brother, because like I'm the only boy between all of us, so it's like kind of my view on that, and compared to maybe how you two would see like siblings and such. Um, but actually touching up on that, like how she would view me, going back to since you have an older brother, how do you kind of view the older brother in that sense of like, because I'm kind of curious about that and like your perspective as being, younger and then maybe looking up to him, or kind of like what's been that kind of relationship with that?
Oh, I boss all of them around,
Oh,
older and
okay.
younger. I
Freaking
boss
cool.
all of them. I boss all. I be like my mom was a point in time. I be like, when my brother is going, I'll be like, don't forget to buy this, don't forget to buy that, and he'll be like, okay. And he'll have to buy it. So yeah, I boss all of them around. Yeah. How I view him, yeah, I still respect him. Don't get me wrong, I still respect him, but I'm like when he's like, oh, I'm not doing all the when like that. I'm like, yo, do this first. Like I'm always like sometimes I remind him, don't I don't need to. Oh, you have an interview by 10:20. And I'll wake him up by like 9:30. Have you gotten ready for your interview? Do you have this? Do you have that? Do you have even if I'm a different country? So I'm like that. Even my brother, when he's like, oh, I'm going to a friend's house. Oh, do you have your toothbrush? Oh, do you have this? So that's just me. I boss all of them around. It's hard, but
And then
someone got
I can see that though. That's kind of your
to.
brother, it feels
That's
like.
kind of, yeah, makes
Yeah,
sense.
I haven't seen him for a long time, and we've not. I think the last time we actually lived together for a long period of time was COVID, because because I went to boarding school in high school, he was already, excuse me, he was already in college. So from whole 2015 to 2020, I didn't see him, and then after 2020, I haven't seen my brother ever since then. So it's like we don't really, because when we all went to boarding school, it was like, you know what I mean, didn't really have time with each other. But that 2020 time, when it was COVID, it was lockdown, like we were home. Yeah, I was pretty much in Boston. Like, oh, did you clean the bathroom? Did you fold your clothes? Did you do your laundry? Yeah, that's me. That was probably me the whole COVID time. Don't forget your wallet. He will come to me. Where's my wallet? Apparently, I know where his
Damn.
wallet is. So
Gee.
yeah, that was definitely me. That was definitely me. So in that COVID period, I haven't seen him since 2020. So, but during that time, yeah.
Yeah, I see.
So anyone out there looking for a potential mother and wife?
Not anyone. Girl, have some standards.
No, I mean he got standards. Like you have to have like, at least 2 cars and 2 houses. Your bank account has to be 6 figures, nothing less. Okay, let's just make it 5 figures. Okay, 5.5 figures.
5.5.
Because the
It's like the
point zero
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 is not
descent.
all, what?
The pennies matter, man. The pennies matter.
Wow.
Oh,
Forget it.
that's the
Forget
standard.
it.
Okay, I see.
The pennies matter.
Yo,
Okay.
damn. 2 cars, 2 houses, 5.5 figures, guys. That's what she
Minimum.
minimum.
I mean, in this economy, what do you expect? What do you
Like,
expect?
hey, you gotta be patient. I know you
When
gotta be
when you when you
patient.
when you actually have a tax return of $60 and you have to pay $65, I mean, in this economy,
65, not 89, to be exact.
Oh my goodness.
Every penny and
You heard
cent
it here
matter.
first, guys. You heard it here first. The
you should
qual
you should you
the
should also
qualifications
apply
are
for the
listed.
same shit, Brian.
What?
Huh?
You should. Oh, I'm sorry, my internet connection was bad. You were saying, I'm sorry.
But you were saying something, Brian.
No, I'm just saying
Yeah, okay.
the qualification list is there. People know.
That's like the bare minimum, right?
Uh, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's good. I'm not saying it. I'm just saying like, boom, you
Look.
give me.
That's just the basic of how every man is meant to be like.
Oh,
Oh,
The basic. You know, 2
what
cars.
about the woman of your standard, Brian?
Oh.
2 cars, 2 houses.
no, I'm a little bit less on that kind of standard than let's say Jerome on that point. They don't need to have 2 houses and 2 cars. It's okay.
Is it?
Yeah, that part for sure. That part, 2 houses and 2 cars.
But what if they have 2 houses and 2 cars?
That's a plus, girl. That's a plus. I ain't gonna be mad. I'm not gonna be like, damn, why do you have 2 houses? Why do you have 2 cars? Why? I'm not gonna be asking why. I'm gonna be like, thank you. No,
I mean,
I'll be like,
marry the rich.
thank you.
So what's your standard?
Standard?
Or like what do you want or you look for?
Mm, mine is pretty simple to be honest. Uh, I've always just been a person that's like, there's like how many? Like 2 or 3 things that are like a must. For me, it's a big one for me is being family oriented in a way. Um, just because like to me, family's always been important to me, just because like kind of how I grew up.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Parents divorce and many different things. Like growing up with them, kind of like made me kind of who I am in a lot of different ways. Um, and another one would be like I wish to have someone
Yes, sir.
that's like career focused and ambitious in a way of like wanting to accomplish their dreams. I don't want to be with someone that feels like content on just now. I want somebody to be just to have like the focus and the dream to reach what they always wanted to do and like continue to like I'm someone that like writes goals down and such. Like I want to do this, I want to do that, a bucket list. If they have things like that, then I think that's something we can both look forward to and like reach. Um, then the third thing, I think the most important is um, someone that's kind and very appreciative of everything. Kind to like everyone in terms of like when people are like kind to them and respect people, but obviously be kind to herself. So like if people treat her wrong, then obviously, yo, you should tell them like, yo, like don't talk to me like that or respect me like be someone that like respects yourself and respects others, you know? Um and then I think the last thing would just be I want someone that's similar to me but different than me. Um Similar to me that we can enjoy a lot of the same things
Elaborate.
together.
Mm-hmm.
Like like we can enjoy a lot of the things together,
Mm-hmm.
hobbies, um, activities, things like that. But different than me in terms of like hoping to find someone that's like if I'm bad at something, they might be good at, and I can learn from them,
Yeah.
grow with them in a lot of different ways. I think that's the best
Very
relationship you can
important.
have is like when you can both learn from each other really well and grow in that aspect. So that to me is like the main things I kind of look for. Anything else comes from like anything else is to me is like a bonus. It's just like cool. But like those, if you have those main things, then uh, you're someone that I hope to have around. But even in the sense of like not even as like a partner either. I want to have like those similar minded people around me, just like friends. Um, if the same I think about like with guy friends of like, okay, have the same mindset as me. They want to, be around good people, have a good like mindset towards everyone, have a mindset of like the future or what they want to accomplish. Those are the kind of people I want to have around me. But for a partner, yeah, that's kind of things I may want to have and like look for in someone for sure. Yeah, so mine is a little bit more simpler than 2 cars, 2 houses, 5.5
But
figures.
let's admit Zerona's one
But
is
granted, I'm not saying that's bad. Dorona for sure deserves all that, so you better give it to her, guys. I'm just saying. There, I did good, right, Dorona? Don't look at me with that face. I did good.
oh, the side eye, the bombastic side eye. Okay.
Of course, that's not all I want from the boy.
Obviously,
Ooh.
that's just the basic. Now we need
But
like
2 houses is that, Because how are we gonna have 10 kids with only one house?
oh, you want that kid?
Not
True.
an
No, that's true
exceeding.
though. That's true. If you want 10
I have
kids,
10
yeah.
kids. No, I want 5.
Oh, 5.
5, yeah. I want 5 kids. I already got your names written down and everything. But yeah. Why?
Five.
Why you guys?
She has her
Why are you
life
guys
planned out,
silent?
guys. She has her life planned out. That's all.
It's
What?
cool.
Okay. You gave us the basic. What is this intermediate level of like necessity?
Oh.
What does a guy need? Not that part, but like the person. How
Like
does
in real sense, like for
Mhm.
serious. First of all, patience. I cannot deal with
Oh.
impatient people. Patience. I'm very patient, but I mean, you don't have to have the same patience as me, but you just have to be patient. Um, Also, I want someone who is willing to sacrifice,
Mm.
not just only for me, but as I said, if we have kids, because my dad sacrificed a lot. So for me, the minimum is like my dad level. You have to be patient, you have to know how to sacrifice, and most importantly of all, which is in my checklist, is I prefer a guy who's like um a Christian in a way because of my faith. Because I feel like um there, when even when people like my parents are opposite, very opposite. Like I don't think they have anything in common. But why they're still like that is because I think that faith is that having, because I used to when my parents are fighting, the next day they'll have to hold each other's hand and pray. That's their way of like reconciling, you know what I mean? So I grew up with that, thinking like that is, it doesn't work all the time, but me growing up like that, it's like, oh, that really helped. Because how can you be fighting with, like, imagine me and you fighting, and then the next morning we fought in the night, and the next morning I'm holding your hand and praying. It's like, so for people it's weird, but for me, I saw it work. And like for me, uh, I used to be an overthinker, but me, I'm someone who always has faith and hope, even if there's no evidence of proof of that. But I always have faith and hope. So I want
Mm.
someone who can also share that with me. That's the most important for me. I'm not saying that if you're not a Christian, I will look your side. Of course, I'll look your side. Beauty, you gotta be cute. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, faith is also something that I find very, 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 very important. So those are my three. Those are the three minimum things like in the list. Then you know you got to be, and it's not like you don't have to plan yourself out. Like you don't have to be a college graduate and stuff like that. But I like people who are resourceful. What I mean is like, they're like jack of all trades. I really, really, really admire people like that. Like, it doesn't matter what situation we are in. You must not have a big fancy car or a big house or whatever. But in every situation you're in, you can always find a solution. I don't know if you've ever met people like that. Like I had a friend who was he was working in I think it was a cook. He was a really good cook. Working in a 5-star restaurant, and then, boom, COVID happened, and there was a lockdown back in Nigeria. He knew how to do like what do you call this? Like logos, like knows how to design logos and stuff for companies
Mhm.
and tech. He was doing that. He started in photography when things were getting open. So he's like, he's not the richest person. He doesn't have his own house, but he's living in a good apartment and he's resourceful. So I really, really admire people like that, like talented, resourceful, and like someone who's like not lazy. Like in
Mm.
a situation, they know how to like make choices, and they know how to like how to say they know how to survive.
Mm.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm making sense. Do you guys understand what I mean? But
Yeah.
like I like someone that's like resourceful. I really, really every boy I've had a crush on, they're always like very artistic, or like they're really good at like getting their hands and learning something really quick. And funny enough, they're not always the smartest in school, but they're smart. They're like street smart,
Mm.
not like they're yeah, that kind of stuff. That is two things, like the person that's Christian and someone who's resourceful. Those two things are one of the like those are like the giant significance. And then if you have two houses and maybe a three mansions and like five cars, that will also be a plus too. But yeah, that's just me in a sense. Why are you laughing?
No reason. It's good. I
Yeah,
mean, that's
yeah,
good stuff for sure.
yeah, definitely. I should have said two mansions, not houses. Yeah, two mansions, not a house, two mansions. Yeah, in different continents each. So you gotta have two houses in Asia, you gotta have two houses in Europe, you gotta have two houses.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Let's be friends forever. The houses, let's be friends.
So because we're not paying no money for a hotel. Yeah, you gotta
Yeah,
have
but the
I
hella taxes for the house you have there.
Oh, you be paying a lot of taxes, girl.
oh yeah, that's true.
Granted, but if they make a lot of money, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'll look for a way. He doesn't
Yeah,
have
Oh.
to pay tax.
you'll-
I'll look for a way he doesn't have to pay tax. I'm already having ideas already.
Oh.
Anyway,
Oh, of course you do. Damn.
what about you, Kerim? What's your
Have after the end of my previous relationship, I have no idea what I want and do I want. And actually, no. Can I just have all the men that Ellie Hazelwood wrote? Please, just I'm sorry,
I get what you
back to
mean.
fictional man. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe someone
Mm.
who is very understanding, who is willing, like when it comes to fighting, we're not fighting against each other. We're fighting against the problem. That's the thing. Like, and the person who I would always feel safe around and
Mm.
protected, you know? I can give you like like if you love me and if I love you back. Yeah, if it's like damn, you've got the whole package. I'm sorry, like wifey who? But yeah, I would like to be a wife one day. But bro, I don't think about things right now. I'd be like, do I want it? Do I need it? Do
Mm.
we need it in this economy? Yeah.
So Nick, you just want someone who can like go with the like go gently with you in your journey. Is that what you're like? Is that
Yeah,
like the
and
guy?
feel like I am loved, like in every
Yeah,
way. Like,
yeah.
I'm not saying it
Mm.
because like maybe I had some issues that but like
Right,
my
right, right,
previous
right.
relationship was okay. Like it's very like but you, I guess when you go through that yourself, you see some spots where you never actually thought about these moments. So you
Mm,
get more um, like idea of what do you need, like of who do you need, what kind of person you're looking
mm,
for, and whatever. And even if you're looking for, so yeah, that's the drill, I guess. Right
mm.
now, I am so safe with fictional man, fictional romance, whatever, like seeing it from the distance. Yep, back again.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah,
No
just keeping
fiction.
it delusional. That's what I'm always
Yeah.
saying. Keep it delulu. That's it.
He never hurt no one. Yeah,
Maybe
because
only mental health, but that's very okay.
yeah, I mean, yeah, men nowadays, they just you know, especially the ones that start with a B. Their names start with a B. Oh my god, and ends with a N.
Ooh, and following with R of
Oh my god, don't start with the R, girl. Do not start with the R.
She's talking about Bens and Benjamins and all you
Let's start
guys.
with that. It continues with an R. How does
all
Benjamin
the
have an
good guys. The only Benjamin I like is Ben
Brendan's,
10. Like
Brendan's,
literally.
Brandon. There you go. All of you. That's who she's talking about.
R?
But
Yeah,
Yeah.
of
I
course.
think what's interesting is I think in an interesting sense, like we have things that we want, but I think at the end of the day, we kind of like maybe all want the same thing.
Yeah.
Because like I think the best kind of person to be around is somebody that can be everything to you.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, like I said, someone that's like driven kind of the same as you. But then Zerona was also said like someone that can be uh a natural like maybe like a guide in terms of like okay a problem comes up and then you're able to handle it.
Mm-hmm.
And like what Kerim said of like being that protector, someone by your side and can care about you, you know? It's kind of like having a sense of that person's many different things. He's like you said, protector, a guide, a partner, a best friend, different things. Like when that person's all those things to you, that's kind of like the best kind of person that you can be around. Just because there's so many different things, and that's a big thing too. Is like, um, what Kim said about like when people are mm, in bad situations and then there's arguments. I think people, as time goes on with someone, you start to lose that focus of they start to lose that focus of talking with each other and actually communicating things well. Just because you get so used to things, right? You get so used to having that person around, and then you're not as communicative as before. You're not as getting to the root of the problem as you used to be. So I
Mm,
think that's why people kind of like, as time goes on, it's harder for them. I think it's important to always be the same kind of person, and even at the beginning, like if you're always communicative and talkative and dealing with problems at the beginning, just
mm.
continue to be that way throughout, and then you'll be good because there's always that communication. I think people start changing because they start feeling comfortable and stuff. Always be the same. If you have a date night Monday, the first week you're dating have the same Monday first date 20 years later, you know? Or if you're always the person, okay, let's come at home at night. We'll talk
Mm-hmm.
for like 30 to 40 minutes and you tell me everything. And I'll tell you
Mm-hmm.
everything. If you have that, always have that. Don't just think like, oh, that person's just gonna be around or something. It's relationships aren't like what's the word I'm trying to think of? Like they're not always just there. You kind of have to, it's like with everything, you have to work on it continuously. You know,
Mm.
like work on being better yourself, work on being a better brother, son. It's like life. You just always have to like continue working on stuff. And I think that's where things go wrong with like people. They lose that and they kind of, it starts to kind of fade away. Sadly, I think that's kind of how a lot of things start going wrong. Uh, but you know that's how should I say life, and you kind of learn from it, grow from it, and then for the next time, hopefully be better and such. So, uh, yeah, I think that's it for that. What other topic do you want to reach or talk about, or Kerim? Anything you want to reach out, tell?
What? I think we gave you enough material for the for your pod. Bro, we covered almost. We covered the randomest things ever.
What's with that race, Rona?
Sorry. What did you
Anything
say?
you want to talk about?
Mm-mm. I think I already talked a lot and showed you guys my pots.
That's true. I should show my pot section. I have a lot. Yeah.
No one likes pots, Brian.
Yo, when you kind of like live alone for a long time and like been to a lot of different places, you kind of have to learn how to survive.
True, 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 true.
I've kind of learned how to survive for a long time. So, uh, I think that's interesting too. Cause like you've kind of learned that since being
Mm,
around like your brothers. I've learned it
mm-hmm.
the opposite way of like being by myself and traveling a lot. So I've kind of had to like grow into that sense. So that's
Yeah.
actually kind of interesting. Even though, granted, there's still a lot I need to get better at and learn. But as these two say, I'm an old man, so I'm just getting older and older as the more I'm learning these things. So
Yeah, it's
yeah,
okay.
I'm the super old one here between all of us. Apparently,
So super old.
super old.
I'm super old, but wait a minute.
Oh my gosh.
Still, I'm very old, very old.
But Brian's and his.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. This
Oh yeah, I'm super old, super old.
wait
Sorry.
a minute. I'm very old.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
those millennial dances.
Love it.
I'm super old. Super old.
No, you gotta do it well.
I wasn't
I don't
trying to. I
even
was
know how
just
to be
saying.
old.
I was just giving a statement.
Even he doesn't know how to be old. That's how old he is. Get it? Because you forgot how to be old because you're old.
Oh my god, that's a dementia joke.
It's okay to laugh because it's a dad joke. Okay, I'm just gonna stop.
I can't wait until you guys start getting older and older. I'm just gonna be like,
What's the point? You'll still be older than us.
That's what I'm trying to understand. Like,
you trying to help? I'll be fine. I'll be fine enjoying, laughing that you guys are getting older and older and older. I'm old already, so like I can care less. It's fine.
But don't laugh too much, because I heard
I
that.
can't laugh too much.
Yeah, because when old people laugh too much, I heard that they give out gas.
Girl, how old do you think I am, girl?
Like maybe 1965.
1965.
Yeah. You were born when
My
younger
bro, the whole Jesus. Jesus, basically.
So I'm 30 years older than what you think I am. That's pretty much it.
So yeah, that's the point. You old. But it's okay to be old. The world needs old people.
I'm literally like
You're like 6
when
years
I
older than
told
me.
you when I was in high school, you were in middle school.
Yeah.
You're pretty much not even that far. Like
No?
I
this
was
is
probably not
in
even planned at that time.
yeah. I was in high school when you were in middle
Wait,
school.
when
That's
did
what you
you
said.
graduate high school? When did you graduate high school?
2013.
Okay, I just
Oh
entered. I was in
shit.
seventh grade. I was in seventh grade.
Exactly.
Damn, you're
Exactly.
old.
So I'm not even that much older than you.
I know, but like, you're still old.
All right, well, I can't
So
do
that means
anything
you're like
about that.
5 years older. Because you were born in 19. Because you were born. Because that's what I'm saying. You were born in
Who is
1825.
she's looking at?
1825 minus
You did 100
2000.
years more.
Oh my
1825.
god.
That's what you are. 18
1825.
minus 2001.
Am I
Yeah.
a
You're
vampire, guys? I'm a
176 years
vampire.
older than me, man.
Huh?
You're 176 years older than me. What the hell?
Edward Cullen, I see where you're going.
You know what I mean? He's not a daddy.
Yeah.
He's a mommy.
I don't know. I've eaten blood to
That was
stay alive this long, guys. That's long.
Let's just end this. Let's because the more you talk, the more I still want to give the old jokes. You know what I mean? But I don't.
Just you might as well just say it now.
Yeah, you old.
Get it all out of your system.
You old. You were born in 1821. Yeah. You when in 1821. What happened in 1821 though?
Bride was born?
No, that was like way before that. What
Oh,
happened in 1821? Brian.
I'll look it up.
See, he doesn't even remember what happened to him
isn't
when
it
he was young.
around the time of Great War?
Yeah.
Like with North
Probably
and
Brian
South
didn't
of
fight in
America?
a war, I think. I think Brian fought in a
The
war or something.
U.S. takes possession of Florida from Spain.
Congratulations.
I mean, yeah. Might as well.
1821. So my great descendants from Europe are going to Colombia apparently by then.
But you're South American.
Yeah, but I have my descendants come from like German and Spain that moved to Colombia.
So you're white.
I'm
You're
white,
white,
Spanish,
but in a
all
South American.
Colombian,
Oh my
South
God. See, don't.
American. Yeah.
My head hurt now. I don't get all
Hey
this
guys,
face.
so just so you know, I have some German in me.
Oh, good.
German, some Spanish, some Colombian. I don't know
Okay.
about the rest, but
You got some German in you. Really?
yeah. Yeah, my great like couple down were born in raised in Germany, then moved to Spain after I think it was the First World War, and then Spain they moved to Colombia. Just it was better for them, I think, and that's where my descendants start coming from. So yeah,
Mm.
yeah, that's some interesting. I don't know exactly how like even further goes back. I've always kind of wanted to take that test though and see what else I have in me. So maybe I'll do that at some point, and then you guys in the podcast will be the first one to know. Look forward to that, guys.
Please do. Yeah. Anything else you guys want to say?
Nope.
Well, your question. You always gotta end it with a question.
Because I already ended the question. If you were to describe your sibling in a
No,
movie.
let's at the beginning. No, let's at the beginning. I asked that question. What do you mean? I literally brought that question up. We have
I
siblings.
asked the
So I kind
question if
of.
you were to describe your check.
Oh, okay, that one. But I was the one that brought up the sibling one.
But I was the one who asked.
No, it doesn't count. Stop. No.
How does it not count?
No, 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 no.
What?
Ania. Ania.
Oh Lord, Jesus, take my soul, give me patience.
Just
Okay,
bring up a question. Haven't you been saving one? I thought you.
that's the one I.
Jeez, what was that? You sounded like that one character from what movie?
Jesus has left.
What?
There's a character in a movie or in a show that literally doesn't. uh, it's a drama.
Korean drama?
Yes. What is it? I can't remember. She's learning Mongolian, and what you literally just said sounded like the Mongolian curse word she said in the show.
Ah, I know which one you're talking about. Is it like a strong woman something something?
No, no. It's
Um,
what's it called? We we something we.
I have no idea.
okay, Grandpa.
But yeah, okay. I'll just come up with a question since Brian is about to cry. What question? If you are you
Mhm.
listening? If you were to describe your partner as a candy, what candy would your type be? Like your type of partner you want? Like we
Oh,
all said we want to get a. What kind of candy would you describe them as?
Mad for each other is what's it called?
Huh?
Mad for each other is more so. Them.
Oh,
oh.
I thought you
It's
said I
good.
was mad. I
It's
want to
good,
be
guys.
like,
Watch
oh,
Mm,
okay.
answering that question that Zirana asked, I guess mint candy?
You would
Mm,
want mint candy?
like his personality would be like a mint candy.
I like grumpy. I like grumpy and straightforward, cut the
Mm,
bullshit, like something smart. Smart is
mm-hmm.
very sexy, and also I guess more like, oh yeah, grumpy but has a soft spot. Well, because I like mint.
Mm.
I really like mint candies, and I'm like,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
You, Rana.
what about you?
Brian, you answer.
I don't know yet. I'm still thinking.
You got to answer. You wanted the
Oh,
question, you got the question.
oh, here we go.
Candy that I would want.
Snickers, Kit Kat,
No.
a really cheap chocolate one. What do you want?
Bounty.
No.
No.
Oh, Bounty's good. Bounty's good.
What's that? What's that?
Choco pie?
No.
Is it considered as a
A,
candy?
a nerd cluster.
Really?
Nerd
What?
cluster. It's a nerd, like the nerds, those candies.
Mm-hmm.
It has different colors. It's usually like pink or purple, from what I
Mm-hmm.
remember. But there's a newer candy. It's like a chewable one now that's like covered on
Mm.
it. And I say that Just because it goes back to like uh what I said before and kind of someone that I look for. It gives me both that nerd flavor, so like we're similar in a lot of different ways, but then it gives me that different the cluster part where like it's a I don't know, it's kind of like a different kind of candy that's covered in it. Um, so
Mm.
they're different than me, so I'll also get that like difference. But then what's awesome about it is when they're put together, they're made for each other and it's good. And it's very good. So like that's what
Okay.
I'm saying. Yeah, I'm going deep here, okay, guys? I'm just zero, don't give me that face, just respect my choice. Think about it. It makes a little bit of sense here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Or do you want to be
Alright,
like
Brenda.
what's that chocolate bar one? Tricks? Tricks? What is
Tricks.
that?
Chocolate bar
Tricks.
called Twix. Oh
Yeah, Twix. Yeah, yeah. You break it in half and then you get the left side and right side.
no, that's too cheesy.
But the okay. You know what? Why do I even speak right now? Why do I even speak? That's what I'm gonna
Okay, Sharon, what about you?
Skittles.
say.
You are the Lord.
What's the reason? Let me hear.
He can adopt in any situation, in any color.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
Chameleon.
Cause Skittles, you know what I mean? Like he can. No, he got two. That represents his talents. Cause I want a resourceful man. So the green is that he knows how to cut the grass. The red.
Oh my
Oh my
God.
god. Cut the grass. Sometimes
And
I
You
feel
should
like
have
you
you
should
should have just said
cut
like
off the
bring in the
grass.
money or something like that instead of
no, but that's the thing. Green
Yeah,
is
I feel
only
the same.
dollars.
I feel
It's
like
only dollars. That's
I feel
green.
like you don't want
Mm.
dollars? The girl.
No, I want that. What I'm saying. Another reason why it's Skittles is that because different countries have different, color of money.
okay.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
America
but the
has green
thing is, like
money.
every country accepting dollar.
I
Every.
mean, euros is better than dollars now.
I mean, it's
But
stats wise, it's always been a little bit better than the dollar. So
Exactly. So I'm not because I don't want them to only tax him all the time. So no, represent his talent and the different symbol of money he bring into me. That's the thing. I don't discriminate money. It doesn't matter what money it is. I don't
okay.
discriminate it. So he's a Skittle.
Okay.
He has the rainbow of talents.
she gives like Skittles. I said a good one, and she just looked at me with disgust. So this is what I get,
I
guys.
don't look at you
This
with
is what how I
disgust.
get treated.
No, I don't look at you with disgust. You already know that already is disgusting. So you already know, but I don't have to look at you for that. You already know I'm gonna do it, so I don't have to show it because you already know I'm gonna do it. It's the love, but no, your idea
To
was
be
good.
honest, to be honest, you're actually correct on that. I knew you were.
No, I
I
mean,
knew
like
you were
I
gonna
didn't
be
say
like that
anything.
the moment I said it. I knew. I felt it. So
But no, yeah, but no, what you said was actually, um, excuse me,
no,
was actually forget
thank-
about my reaction
thanks.
for real. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
My reaction, my thing was really. That's what. Thank you. All right, guys. Well, you heard it here first. Oh well. Let's end it with. What about you guys? Let us know what would be the candy of the partner you're thinking of or want to have around you. Let us know. That's an interesting question. Would it be like I don't know, like a well-known candy, a chocolate, or I don't know, fruity type candy?
Or
What?
me.
Yeah, it could be a lot of different things. Um, Remember to hit the like, subscribe button to make sure you watch the videos. Comment, obviously, let us know if you like the video or not. It's been a fun episode 21 video. Crazy. We got to a lot of different topics, interestingly enough. A lot of very interesting ones. But hopefully you liked it. Family, taxes, partners, friends. What else did we talk about? We talked about a lot of different things.
Pots.
Yeah. So definitely, hopefully you enjoyed it. And yeah, and any couple things you want to say around about the episode?
No, good.
Okay.
Thank you. Just thank you for inviting me again and having me again here. It was a really nice talk. Nice to see you all.
Yeah. So as you have it, me and Zerona super thankful to Kerim for giving us the time. It was really fun to catch up again. It's been a long time since all three of us were here.
Right.
And she'll be more free. Well, she's more free now, so maybe she'll pop in every now and then sometime. So look forward to that. But no, it was a fun episode. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. And that's it. Look forward to next week's episode, I think. Don't know what's
Yep.
going on by then, but yeah. But yeah.
Yeah.
So enjoy it. Hit like, subscribe, comment. See you guys. Talk to you later. Uh, enjoy your week. So see you in the next episode.
Um,